Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on PEO Sport 1 on PEO TV. Inheriting a land of great warriors, the glory of a victorious bloodline. Empowered with intelligence and strength. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. Over 25 countries face off. We wish our lions, the Sri Lankan team, the best of luck as they rise to conquer the Asian boxing ring. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on PEO Sport 1 on PEO TV.
Asian Boxing Under-22 and Youth Championship 2025, Colombo, well and truly underway. Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, dressed up for the occasion, looking fabulous. Very good afternoon to all the boxing lovers who are joining us from around the country. For those who are joining us from across the world, it's a warm welcome. We had a spectacular start to the day one because of very colorful and vibrant opening ceremony, music, dancing. To grace the occasion, Sports Minister was here, followed by 6 bouts. 3 of them were one-sided, stopped by the referee prematurely, and the rest were very, very competitive, I can tell you. And let's have a look at the high.
Anuradha Deshapriya and Mr. TCK Veerasinghe.
Bout number 1 for day 2 in the ASBC Asia U22 and Youth Boxing Championships. Fighting from the red corner, representing Cambodia, Dia Soman. Representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Al-Subi Feroz.
Here we go for the round number 1. Here we go. The red one will take the leads. Red boxer is throwing a right arm jam for the blue. Consider he's kind of good fighter. He's took the first one. The blue one is throwing him away. Red is holding tight the blue. Oh, it's a hard right arm jam from the blue to red. Blue fighter is really aggressive. His right arm is really powerful. And his power is really aggressive. You can see that it's hit right into the red's face. It must be terrible to bear the punch from the blue. Blue is a counter puncher. You can see that it's a good puncher. Red one is also not going to give him. He's also taking the lead and throwing left arm jams and hooks. It's a right arm blow. It's a body shot from red to blue. Red one is right arm uppercut for the blue's belly. Blue one is just taking the distance and he's counting the measurement between the fighters. But red one is taking the lead and he's throwing powerful non-stop punches. Red boxer is kind of passionate and a stylish boxer. You can see the way he's boxing is kind of aggressive and his punches are kind of quickie. He's using so much of his right arm powers. You can see that his uppercut is so aggressive from right arm. See the left arm hook just missed by the blue. Blue boxer is also a nice boxer. You can see the way he missed those punches between the non-stoppable quickies.
Right. Head up.
Referee wanted to keep his head up. Sometimes his head keep him low.
Blue no holding.
Oh, that's a right arm hook from blue to red. Saudi Arabian fighter is kind of good fighter. You can see his... But red is not going to let his head up because he's throwing non-stop punches right into the blue's face and body.
Sri Lankan representing Cambodia, very strong boxing nation, representing Saudi Arabia. Firas battling hard. Completes the round one. Even Steven. Very competitive round. We had a Saudi boxer performed outstandingly well, if I'm not mistaken. His name Al-Buwalad Mohammed, a very strong puncher. Numbers on display by the Saudi.
This boxer also did a good job here.
Good job.
See the right arm jam from blue. He's taking the lead and he's throwing punches right into the red face. And his technique is kind of clear. You can see his hip movement and quick his transitions. Everything works according to the book.
Quite clearly Cambodian boxer. He was the busier one. His accuracy for courage is good. That's what matters in amateur boxing. Just 3 rounds to impress the judges. Firas and so on. Into the second round. As usual, Swan gets busy with his head straight jabs.
Blue no holding.
Just like that. Both the boxers not very keen on maintaining a little bit of space to swing it out. Interesting.
Yeah, these both fighters looks aggressive. They take the lead first, and you can see that blue boxer is kind of throwing aggressive punches, but he's not counting the distance. He's missed so much punches right in the battle, in between battle. You see, look at this boxing style. Is not kind of technical. He's not measuring the distance between the fighters and throwing just punches, but red one is just counting the punches and body shots and all the uppercuts is thrown right into the blue's body.
After months and years of training, this is not the moment to change your style of fighting, just sticking with it. That's what on display for both the fighters, Suwan and Firas. Can't really call who's in front, but based on what I've seen during the first round, Suwan had the better work rate and landed few punches upstairs in particular. Interesting to see these two boxers, very light, 48 kg category, obviously should be moving a little swifter than what we are witnessing right now.
And Firas looks exhausted right now. You can see his guard is low. Boxer need to always keep his guard up because that is how he just missed those head punches actually.
Not seeing Sowan taking advantage of that. Good from Firas, landed good jabs, couple of them if I'm not mistaken. This is the time to get busy. You can't leave too much of a gap going into the third round. You need to catch up, you need to impress the judges just like that. For the first time, seeing some fluency by Firas from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia wearing blue.
Firas has a nice hip movement. He misses so much jams and uppercuts from red. Actually, he's a quickie mover. It's a right arm hook from red to blue.
Blue head up.
That was a wild swing by Firas. Nothing in the direction, cornered. Missed the opportunity of landing a couple of punches. So one. And as you just mentioned, the guard was touched too low by the Saudi boxer. exposing himself to a boxer to keep pressing forward. Not ideal.
Stop.
So that's the completion of the second round. Fairly evenly contested, though still I think Sowan had the advantage. Very interesting and decisive third round coming up.
Sohan always took the advantage of his low guard.
There you go. Better work rate and better accuracy. Ferraz was advancing, but Sowan precise and accurate. Not losing an elbow there.
These match judges must be really tired to take one fight out of it because both fighters showing nice talent and nice movements actually.
Thank God we have the luxury of looking at replays, slow motion replays. It must be very, very tough judging a boxing bout, especially these lower weight divisions. They are super quick.
Third and the final round. There's a nice right arm jam from Ferraz to Sohan. Sohan is maintaining a good height actually. His footwork is kind of good and he's maintaining his strength.
Absolutely, I have no doubt Ferraz is the one with the height and reach advantage. You can see his limbs are way longer than at least by a couple of inches.
Both fighters have done their homework, so you can see their strength and kind of warriors. They don't look exhausted and tired. Both fighters like in the first round. They look same aggression, same aggressive powers.
Absolutely, that's why you're training for years and months. Your cardio, your fitness and stamina should be up to the mark. Otherwise, you're not going to do too well in this game. It's a tough sport. Taking an opponent equally talented, equally powerful, equally speedier. That's why boxing such a great game.
Absolutely. That Ferraz is always taking body shots rather than taking the head shots. He's not throwing jams into head but taking uppercuts into the body and lambs.
Yesterday we saw a Kyrgyzstan fighter, superb left jab and very fast left hook. Something you know, nice to have in your weaponry. During the first day's fights, so whoever had this straight jab working well for them created more opportunities immediately. Opponent tries to open up the guard, going for a big swing. That's when things open up. That's when you can land quite a few powerful punches. There's no real conviction now. He just swinging wild.
And Sohan is an orthodox fighter and his right arm is really powerful. You can see he's using his right arm for the jams and they are targeting on the Ferraz head actually. Referee says no holding. Actually, it's illegal to holding each other more than 5 seconds in the ring.
You can't go into a clinch for a longer period, just 22 seconds remaining. Time is running out for Ferraz. It's now or never. We saw quite a few close bouts yesterday. This is definitely one such bout. I'm thinking of a unanimous decision. Sohan, I thought he's done enough. But yesterday we were proven wrong. We thought Kyrgyzstan fighter hasn't done enough, but on slow motion replays he's done fantastic job. Looks like the case with Sohan from Cambodia.
His scores in this round, he's much more showcases his powers in this round more than second and first.
We'll have to wait and see for the official decision by the judges. As we speak, excitement builds up. It's a holiday in Colombo. We are expecting a bigger crowd to come and support Sri Lankan boxers will be in the ring in a short while, I can tell you. It will be a tough one to start off the proceedings for Sri Lankan. But for the time being, it's the decision. Bout number 1, day 2, Asian Boxing Under 22 and Youth Championship 2025 Colombo. These live pictures available to you on PEO Sports. SLT Mobile PEO TV channel 150 for SD, channel 313 for HD. The decision, matter of seconds away.
Winner is the blue corner, trained by
There you go. We were proven wrong. We made the judgment based on what we saw right in front of our eyes. But there are technicalities. You can land your punches only with your knuckles. And you need to land them to the front of the face, up to ear line, and upper body, above the waistline.
Much more. He scored by the third round. You can see that those jams and power cut. He's always targeting body shots and moves. And exactly, you see, those arms are really quite clear.
He's been keeping himself busy in close quarters. That's where someone missed the trick. Bout number 1 done. Proud moment for the Saudi boxer.
Round number 2, fighting from the red corner, representing Pakistan. From the blue corner, representing Sri Lanka.
The bout number 2, under 48 weight category. Red representing Anapurko Anarali from Kyrgyzstan and blue representing Varnakula Surya Valikatiegada from Sri Lanka. This is the first match of our Sri Lankan fighters have boxed today.
Exciting one, no doubt. Those who are watching this live coverage must be getting behind them. Would be a bad idea to make a visit to Sugandasa Indoor Stadium. Fabulous scenes. Sri Lankans, 5 of them will be inside the ring. This will be a tough one.
And there's
Kyrgyzstan, former Soviet country, very strong in boxing. They used to be competing in the European circuit, now competing in the Asian circuit. Goes to show the depth of their talent. Uzbeks, Kyrgyz, and Kazakh boxers so far had great time. For the supporters from Sri Lanka, expecting something special. 48 kg bout number 2. Saksara from Sri Lanka, Anurali from Kyrgyzstan. There you
go
go.
for the round 1. Satsara take the lead. And Satsara is a kind of special stylish fighter. You can see the coach is Amila, and Amila's boxers are kind of stylish. And also Anarali is going a really great fight. He's not going to give, as you can see, the weight height is the advantages for the Anarali.
If I'm not mistaken, both the boxers are under 48, so there's no real advantage. I can't see any, reach or height advantage. Just about a couple of inches when it comes to height for Anarali. But I like the way Satsara started off the fight, getting busy right away, pressing forward.
The crowd is on their feet for the Anarali and the Sri Lankan. Oh, that's a hard right arm hook from Sri Lankan Satsara. Satsara is giving a great fight to Anarali. You can see that throws and jams are really powerful and aggressive. The Anarali can't get rid of it because he maintains a distance always.
Although the Anarali gets straight left into the face. Pretty even exchanges. So Satsara been keeping himself busy, pressing forward. That's the key. We'd love to see if he can, get in and get out.
That counter punch is really quite technical and right into the place. See the way that Satsara is fighting. He's fighting, take the precious time, and he's a good boxer actually. He's a quickie and a powerful, aggressive fighter.
Based on what I see, Satsara definitely had the speed advantage. Looks the busier fighter just like that.
That's a hard punch from Satsara to Anarali. That's a hard jam from Satsara.
Second Anarali for the first count. Excellent start for the Sri Lankans. The crowd right behind them. Looks like the second. No, it isn't.
Crowd is on their feet and they are cheering for the Sri Lankan warrior. Satsara is giving a great game in this round. You can see the left hand movement and right arm jams are really fighting hard for the get rid of them to Anarali. And Anarali can't just maintain his aggression. He's not throwing a good punch in this round, isn't it?
He's been failing to land apart from that one straight jab. But a couple of there into the body, if I'm not mistaken. There's another one upstairs for Satsara. So both the boxers getting busy during the second round, which is exactly what we're expecting from these youngsters. This is 48 kg category, very light on their feet and moving very, very swiftly.
The problem with Anarali is his footwork are kind of weak actually. He's get slipped 2 times in this round.
He's not getting a strong base in comparison to Satsara. Satsara always maintaining that very strong base and pressing forward, getting his right foot forward and maintaining that constant pressure. We'd love to see him bringing out his jab and clearing a little more room. Let Anarali get his guard down and land more punches. These are the highlights. That one landed for Anarali. While seeing that one straight to the head for Satsara. The second one landed. Slow motion replay, giving us a completely different complexion of the game. I think Anarali is in front, but boxing, the decisions are based on what the judges witnessed.
We go for the round 2. Round 1 is really fascinating round. Both fighters maintaining the distance between them and Satsara taking the lead. Satsara is kind of left arm power boxer. You can see he's throwing a jam from left arm. And Anarali is also a good fighter. He's maintaining his pace to avoid those critical punches from Satsara.
Satsara trying to get busy, accuracy. We should sort out that issue.
That's a hard left arm jam from Satsara to Anarali. Anarali couldn't maintain it and he must be painful. He must be suffer from that jam. That's a hard.
I really like what I see from Satsara during the second round. Very hard jabs, landing right in the face. Exactly what was expecting. There you go. Good to see from time to time, moving to the side. trying to create a different angle.
This round,
Both the boxers winding it out.
Underali took some kind of points in this round. You can see he throws hooks and jams right into the Satsara's face and body. Satsara couldn't throw some much punches in this round. He showed some talented in first round, but this round took advantage of Underali. You can see the Underali is maintaining distance and he's throwing precious punches.
Yet another wild swing missing for Satsara. Straight right, a powerful one. Underali gaining ground.
Underali is a good technical fighter. Underali has a good pace of throwing punches, but the thing is his footworks are not fine in time and unique. Because the way he using his footwork are enough. It's a lack of hip works actually.
I think Satsara exposed him little too much, taken the guard down, providing the opportunity to Underali to land a couple of punches there. One would argue that this is not the time to get your guard up. This is time to wind up, just about 27 seconds remaining.
These youngsters have warriors' minds and will to win is incredible fighters. These youngsters are going to be in the future.
Fairly even exchanges during the second round as well as in the third round. Satsara.
Oh, that's a hard right arm hook from Satsara to Underali. Underali is also keeping his guard low, that he is exposing himself to throws, punch through Satsara. Satsara took the lead and they're assuring that Underali is okay because he took a brutal punch from Satsara.
Satsara looks very, very determined. Completely different look in his face. I have no doubt the coach must have provided some sturdy advices. Get one right, backing off, always the right strategy. And let the Underali entering the fire zone and landing a good punch. Oh, that's a good one. Landed upstairs.
As you said, that Satsara has the nice footwork and Underali is keeping a good pace and maintaining his punches. Brutal and
couple landed for Satsara, couple landed for Underali during that exchange. Interesting call. What was that about? Looks like
the doctor checks out what is inside out because he's bleeding.
Which clearly means Satsara had a better work rate during the third round, a decisive one. Pretty even exchanges during the first and second. Both the fighters winding it out. Satsara, with the support of the crowd, landed another one. Getting busy. That's the name of the game in amateur boxing. But this time fight down the rally under a little bit of pressure. Round 3 didn't went according to a plan for him.
Satsal is a good puncher, but he's choked so many punches from Anurlal in this round actually. Anurlal has advantage of this round.
44 seconds remaining. Satsara, the first boxer for Sri Lanka, stepping into the ring. I thought done a fantastic job, whichever the result. The crowd on their feet. On the right, powerful left. Very good work rate. I like this man.
This 22nd is the mark. We're going to be if someone took a knockout in this round in these 10 seconds can be game-changing point.
Excellent start for Sri Lankan fighters, whichever the result. It's been busy. Satsara, outstanding fight. So is Anurali. It will be a very close one, I can tell you. Excellent start. The fans, 4 more fighters from Sri Lanka will be in action. If you are listening, if you are joining this live coverage, if you are around Colombo, this is the place to be. International boxing. Well and truly arrived in Colombo. The decision coming up.
Results of the bout number 2. Your winner, blue corner,
There you go. Good scoring moment. What a start for the tournament for the Sri Lankans. The host. This is exactly what the organizers, Sri Lanka Boxing Association, as well as the fans expecting. They want this to be a turning point and up against a very strong Kyrgyz fighter. This young man definitely got a very bright future. It's like, there you go.
official for bout number 3.
Anurali was a little erratic during the 3rd round in particular, after he's getting punched in the nose, and when the nose starts bleeding, he's got a very, very good right. His lead is left, but he's got a very good right.
His left hand is causing so much. The left hand hooks and jams that were landed in the Anurali's face. That's where he took marks and is causing this match.
Representing Sri Lanka in 54 kg category. His opponent, Kazakh boxer, definitely have the reach and height advantage. What do you take?
See who's going to win this match. Both fighters have will to win, and both fighters representing their countries. Both fighters have crossed their limits. This match is going to be a disastrous fight, like last match.
Tatsara must be feeling confident after seeing his fellow fighter done exceedingly well during the previous fight. That feel-good factor always play a part in any sport, boxing in particular. This man, like I mentioned just a moment ago, got the height and reach advantage. Very light, 54 kg fighter. He's unbelievably tall.
Yeah, in this match, the height advantage is for the Lanka. In a boxing match, the height advantage is kind of a good thing for a fighter to score.
Because he's getting his punches downwards as well as the reach advantage automatically comes, in a bout like this, reach advantage of half a foot. Significant, a very big advantage. That's why you must have seen in MMA, bigger fighters cutting down weight and coming down to lower categories and decimating your opponents.
The thing is that the blue fighter have to raise his toes to reach the red one's head, and it's really bad for him to score.
We have a lady referee to appreciate this game. The coach, Sri Lankan coach, pat in the back. Last minute instructions to keep the fight clean. We are, as Sri Lankans, expecting another spectacular one. Tatsara and Tangata wearing red. Tatsara, just like his partner, wearing blue. Orthodox stance, backing off, not very keen on pressing forward, entering the fire zone. Looks like another boxer who's got a good defense. Taller fighter with a reach advantage, hitting Tatsara quite easily.
The height advantage is for Tangata, but the way that Tatsara moves is incredible. His hip movement and footwork is making Tangata is hard to throw a punch to his head actually. Maybe he's tall, but the way that Tatsara avoiding those punches is really nice and passionate boxer.
Would be so bad targeting the torso, the body, especially with the height disadvantage. You can clearly see just about 4 to 5 inches, if not more. Tangata, just about without entering the fire zone, landed a good right.
One more benefit is that Tangata's hands are quite longer than Sri Lankan Tatsara. You can see he can reach him by maintaining the distance between fighters, but Tatsara have to go close to Tangata, and must be a benefit for Tangata to reach Tatsara's head.
That's exactly what I was mentioning about having the reach advantage. Critical, especially in a crucial fight after training for months and months. You never really know what exactly your opponent going to offer. So having the reach advantage keep you at safer distance and giving you that ability to land few sharp punches.
Exactly, you're right. But the way that Tatsara moves is letting that Tangata hard to reach him. And Tatsara is a quick counter puncher. You can see his non-stop punches. But Tangata took the advantage and he's throwing left arm jams right into the Tatsara's face.
Based on what I see, it's been a round to launch Tangata. With his reach advantage, he landed just about 4 to 5 clean blows. Another one. Patsara, he need to take a risk. He need to enter the fire zone, get a couple of feet in front, and during the close exchanges, just to see what your opponent got on offer. In the meantime, Tangata, having realized his reach advantage, sticking to the same plan. Slightly, the round belongs to the red corner.
This match remind me there was a Brooklyn heavyweight match that where Mike Tyson fought with a much taller than him, but he reached close to him and he took up a jam and he's knocked out.
Mike Tyson is someone who always keen on entering the fire zone and delivering the bomb. Powerful right, powerful left, and he's thumping up like a spitting cobra. What a fighter he was.
This kind of a match, that peekaboo style is really beneficial. That peekaboo style teaches him to go closer and just make him come close to him.
That is kind of the reason why I mentioned that Patsara should be targeting the torso, the midsection, the body, working the body. By doing so, he could upset the plan of Tangata's game plan. But I'm sure that's the instruction by Coach Amila. Exciting second round already underway. He's finding it rather difficult to reach the upstairs.
Tatsara is trying to reach the head of Tangatar, but Tangatar is maintaining the distance between fighters. But the way that Tatsara need to come close and take the risk of taking a shot of head, but he have to come close, isn't he?
There are benefits, and on the other hand, you are taking a risk because this tall man, he's getting down all his punches, feeling comfortable now, all too comfortable. Just like that, the jab, the lead, left, then gets the right. There you go, close exchanges. I thought Tangata landed just about 2.
But Tatsara is maintaining a distance, and that is not good because he can reach Tangata's body and belly and kind of uppercut. He can throw them. He's not throwing, he's maintaining distance and he's just guarding himself. That's not giving him exactly points.
It's a case of risk and reward. But at the moment, can't see Tatsara taking that risk. Perhaps in the third. Now quite clearly he knows he's far behind. Tangata been touching him almost willingly, almost every time he moves forward. Take a look at the body language. He feels safe and feels confident. On the other hand, very grim look in the face of Tatsara. Look anxious.
That's for sure. You can see that body language speaks a lot about those fighters. The Tangata is maintaining the distance, but he's confident and he's maintaining the crunchy throw is accurately throwing. But the Tatsara can't do it. He's just avoiding those punches by nicely. Oh, that's a hard right arm jam from Tangata.
Southpaw fighter using his left jab to good effect, just like that. Quite easily enters the zone and deliver a couple of punches, another body blow. This is getting out of hand for Tatsara, I'm afraid.
In this round, Tangatar earns a lot of points. That's a hard body shot from Tatsara. See that Tatsara choking a lot of punches from Tangatar. He's exposing himself.
12 seconds. Kazakh boxer. I thought he's done more than enough. But the bravery, tenaciousness must be appreciated. That's the completion of the second round. Tatsara needing a huge third round, I can tell you.
And have you been working on the house number 5. And you've been working in training on the house number 5. Thank you.
his left jab, working like a piston. 1, 2, again and again. Miller providing the right instructions, whichever the case. But it should be given. Fought bravely, but he was up against a much more talented and sharp shooter, delivering his punches from long range just like that. He was hardly put under pressure right throughout the fight. Tatsara been struggling to reach, and that's a good one for a change. Tatsara need to do that very often than that. A sense of urgency by Tatsara, in the process exposing himself. The guard is down, blow to the body. It's like he's working precisely. He pretty much did everything he wants. He was hardly tested. That was a very good exchange. Couple landed for Tatsara. There you go, finding it very, very hard to keep that powerful left hook away.
Yatangatar is throwing arms and his left arm is quite powerful, and Tatsara can't just avoid them always. He has to maintain distance, but Tangatar always just the devastating fowler who come close to him and just attacking him to the right in the ribs and limbs.
He pretty much landed wherever he wanted. If he reaches the body, he pretty much done that. If you want to reach the upstairs, pretty easy. The height difference is more than 5 inches, maybe 6, if not more. There you go. He needs to reach high, like reaching the head of a giraffe.
That's so real. The Tatsara have to touch the sky to touch the Tangatar's head, and that's really disadvantage for Tatsara. And referee checks that Tatsara is okay to the match.
49 seconds remaining. I thought this will be pretty straightforward. No real competition. Kazakh boxer, the tall young man, he was very hardly tested with his physical disadvantage. He didn't have that game we've spoken about. Mike Tyson enters the zone and delivers powerful punches. But Tatsara, whenever he tries to do that, Tangatar working his left jab like a piston.
That's for sure. But the thing is that Tatsara can go close him and just try to attack ribs. That ribs in a boxer is a really quite powerful place to hit because ribs are really painful.
Contrary, he was trying to reach the upstairs constantly and missing time and time again. That was one-sided bout.
It must be a good experience for Tatsara to fight like this heighted boxer.
As we all know, Kazakh boxers, Uzbeks, Kyrgyzstanis, ex-Soviet Union countries, they are very, very strong in their boxing. They have a very strong system. They keep building up outstanding players. The decision coming up should be a straightforward one.
Red corner, representing Kazakhstan.
Just as I predicted, unanimous, not even a contest, but no doubt very proud man. Now he'll be walking into the second round with high on confidence.
It was a unanimous decision. There's no doubt that he's win unanimously because all the way the Tatsara tries to reach his head, but he fails.
The previous exchanges, what we should have repeated right from the start of the game, but you never know what's on offer. To assess your opponent, it take a while. I think that was what this young man from Sri Lanka faced. just to understand very tall fighter how to counter his punches. Perhaps if they meet again, he will put up a good show.
Definitely, Thatsar will do it. He had a good experience of fighting a good height boxer. Is not kind of an easy thing. He has to check to his opponents actually.
You know, the draw was created day before yesterday. You know, if you are to make Vidusha is entering the ring wearing red. Another Sri Lankan, third in a row. Will this be a lucky time for Vidusha? His partner exit the ring with a defeat, a convincing one. Vidusha looks like a very strong boxer. I'm sure you saw a little more than we do.
This is the official bout number 4. The 54 kilogram weight category, representing Hettiarati Vidusha Satsita from Sri Lanka, and blue representing Bahadur Aldiar from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan producing world-class boxers. I know I'm sure you know more than we do. The level of boxing is, you know, we got quite a long distance to reach that height. That's exactly the reason why these sort of tournaments are important, to assess where you stand and work as hard as possible, and hopefully the association, the authorities providing you those resources that required to reach the Asian standard. These guys are the future of Asian boxing.
Definitely, boxing is just not about aggression. It's about a mind game. It's like chess.
I've heard an expert calling boxing his body chess, 54 kg. Bout number 5 just about to start. Sri Lanka bout number 4 in fact. Vidusha in red. Aldia in blue. Looks very calm, both the boxers. Already started to notice that he's fighting it carefully. Not very keen on reaching, getting too close. And at the same time, I like his backup move. Get in front, gets out even quicker. As a boxer, that will definitely give you, great deal of advantage against a very strong opponent.
Aldiar is kind of calm boxer. You can see he's just judging the eyes and judging the distance. The Vidusha taking the lead and throws punches. Vidusha is trying to find a weak point. I guess Aldiar is a cunning fighter who's not taking the lead and let the other opponent come close to him, and then he can try to reach his head.
Just like you said, assessing the situation, he's trying to take a measure, taking gauge of Vidusha's game plan. Both of them orthodox stance. Once again, Aldia with the advantage of reach, clearly evident. The height advantage and the reach advantage. It's amazing to believe these lads are just 54 kgs. To the naked eye, they look quite big in comparison to the Sri Lankans, previous game. Tangata was towering above the Sri Lankans. There's a good one for Vidusha. I thought landed upstairs. Very calm and quiet, confident. Bit of a collision and goes to the clinch.
Definitely. But in this round, Vidusha scores some marks because he's reached Aldiar's body and ribs. You can see that's a hard left arm jam from Vidusha to the Aldiar. And Aldiar failed to throw much punches than Vidusha. Vidusha had kind of scores more than Aldiar.
Good to see Vidusha moving quite swiftly to the side. Get in and get out, move. Working well for him. There you go, backing off really nicely. When you're moving like that, when you're not becoming a sitting target, eventually makes it difficult for your opponent to reach the target at the body and the upstairs.
And both fighters are good fighters. As you can see, their technique and their passion, the way they reach their opponents, they're really incredible and fascinating.
Serrano, too many heated exchanges. It's just that both the fighters trying to gouge each other's game. This young man from Kazakhstan in particular looks like a very, very confident fighter. And take a look at it, Sri Lankan boxer leading very heavily, not landing. Although he was, that one landed quite clearly. Superb. Tries to get a very straight left. Oh, that's the uppercut landed for Aldia. All in all, how much that man wearing blue with a slight advantage.
It's actually, you're right. The height advantage also in the Aldiar. Because there's a difference. Or Asian countries have just less height advantage more than in Aldiar and Kazakhstan fighters.
And even yesterday we saw Kazakh fighters. They are sturdy and very strong, not afraid. If they need, they can move through any fighter. I can tell you, even in the world stage, Kazakh boxers, they're just meant to battle.
That's on the DNA. Most of Kazakhstan fighters have reached their height and the advantage in boxing. In this match, you can see that Vidusha is taking the advantage of them. He's reaching so much time of body of Aldia.
That's exactly the reason why conducting a tournament of this scale is important for Sri Lanka. Even though Asia, not global superpower when it comes to boxing, they have quite a few talented boxers. Kazakh boxers went on to win world boxing medals, and some of them reaching Olympic semis, finals. So they've been producing a constant line of excellent fighters. This young man, Aldia, should be one of them.
Definitely. He's not a stubborn fighter, he's a calm fighter. You can see he's judging distance and throwing the precious timing punches. But the way that Vidusha is fighting is kind of stylish, and he's a hard-working fighter. He has training, he has footworks, he has that hip works. In those jams, his left-hand jam is kind of powerful.
But up against a very technical fighter, things gets obviously very, very tough. And that's exactly what Vidusha is finding now. Trying to assess the situation and going forward. It's very, very tough for him to reaching the upstairs. I thought he's landed there. That one quite clearly missing. A wild swing. The way he's leaning back and avoiding punches, very impressive.
You can see that Vidusha throwing a brutal punches because the power in that punch is much better than Aldia.
And during the first round break, a minute break, we saw Sri Lankan fighter Vidusha breathing heavily in comparison to Kazakh fighter. He looks very calm, taking his 4 breaths. Just, excellent fitness.
In this round, Aldia took the advantage and he throws right arm jams and uppercuts to the Vidusha. It's a nice left hand uppercut from Aldia. It's a really nice box actually.
The work rate from Vidusha wasn't enough, wasn't matching when it comes to, pressurizing Kazakh boxer. You need way more than that. We've already witnessed that twice. Looks like we are in for a similar finish, but I'm hoping this young man, take a look at it. He's breathing very, very heavily. Fitness and conditioning, rather. So crucial.
Definitely in this kind of boxing match, especially in fighting a foreign opponent like Kazakhstan fighter, he has to use his mind tricks more than his power and aggression.
Yesterday we saw 3 bouts ended prematurely. Ref stopped the bouts midway through in the first round. 2 bouts in the second round, a single bout, which means during these prelims we will get to see quite a few one-sided affairs. But the business end, once you're reaching the business end, that's where the real fight beginning.
Definitely. Oh, that's a hard uppercuts and counter punches from Vidusha. Vidusha took some nice start from this third round. And see, he's taking the lead, and oh, that's a hard left hand hook from Aldiar to Vidusha.
Aldiar decided to wind it up. He had enough assessment. I'm expecting Aldiar to continue the way he just done. Take a look at it. Getting busy with punches. His accuracy superb. Contrarily, Sri Lankan boxer, throwing out as many punches as possible, none of them landing.
Definitely, Aldiar has kind of technique inside of he's a passionate and stylish boxer. You can see he's not much kind of, oh, that's a nice hip movement. I didn't see any kind of hip movement from Vidusha in this round. But that's a hard cut from Vidusha.
In this format, 3-minute rounds, you're pretty much trying to do everything to impress judges. Score as many points as possible. So defense out of the window. Pressing forward, even though you are eating quite a few punches. That's what we witnessed by Vidusha. Aldiar is pretty safe and piling up points.
And the thing is that Vidusha is also maintaining his guard is low. The reason that Aldiar is always taking a good lead and throwing the right punches and always keeping his guard. And look at his footwork. He's going around the ring and maintaining, and he's just owning his area.
He's a professional boxer, there's no doubt. I've been telling that they've been producing world-class boxers, and he could be next in the production line. I'll tell you what. Aldiar. Take a look at his body language. He was hardly tested. He pretty much did everything he wants. He's just slowing down. He knows got enough.
Vidusha's boxing style is good for Sri Lankan boxers, but the way that Aldiar boxing, he had to study the way he boxed.
Another count. Now it's pretty clear which way this bout is heading. It's all right, just 8 seconds. I think rubbing shoulders against the best. That's the name of the game. That's how you get better. Vidusha, quite clearly not done enough. Aldiar, much more proficient, technical fighter, superb boxing.
Definitely this round is smashed by Aldiar. He's a really nice professional boxer, as you mentioned. The way that always Vidusha tries to show his aggression and throwing much more powerful punches, but it doesn't matter with the technique. The Aldiar managed to avoid those punches. It's a right, nice way.
In boxing, it's about your power output management. You can drain your tank if you need in the first round itself. Maintaining constant pressure throughout 3 rounds. That's convincing victory. Aldiar Bakadu. Another player to watch out moving into the next series of rounds in 54 kg category. So it's an early exit for two Sri Lankan fighters, but we are pleased. The very first one already made into the second round.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to box someone with height advantage. But Vidusha failed to manage some body shots to ribs. If he managed those body shots, it will not be a unanimous decision at least.
Try and impress judges, that's the name of the game. That's why you're training so hard to work on your cardio, your mental game. Boxing, it's very little we know about boxing as Sri Lankans.
Representing the United Arab Emirates, Al-Zadrani Khalid Saeed Ali.
The next bout is about to start. Outside running, wearing red, representing United Arab Emirates. Another Kyrgyzstan boxer. Now, I'm thinking ideally suited for boxing, for Golovkin. It matters.
This is the bout number 6 under 57 weight category. Red representing Al-Zadrani Bader Zaid Ali Zaid from UAE. And blue representing Bulakin Daniel from Kyrgyzstan. We are going to witness a nice match, and the last match was definitely unanimously won by Kyrgyzstan, and the Aldiyar was a professional boxer. Let's see who's gonna do in this match.
Central Asian countries expected to do well in this competition. Plenty of them, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan. They are producing world-class talent. I'm interested to see United Arab Emirates boxer. Got the height, got the reach. We are still in the 54G category. Bout number 6, just about to start. Golovkin and Al-Zadrani. Should be an interesting one. The first round already underway. Al-Zadrani moving to side really nicely. Looks like a boxer who got feet like springs. Always helpful. Golovkin looks like a boxer who's got a very quick right. Unlanded so far. Winded out with a left swing.
Al-Zadrani is a kind of quickie boxer. You can see his punches are brutal and critical. Bulakin, he must be failed to manage those punches at the very beginning.
Golovkin in comparison, marching ahead, pressurizing the UAE opponent. Unlanded so far, based on what we've seen. He likes to get busy. That's what you need in this format. Just 9 minutes to impress the judges. They've already gone a minute. Oh, looks like a good right, good left in fact landed for Golovkin. His lead is left. The powerful punch, the follow-up punch is a right hook.
Al-Sadrani has a nice left hand and he's using nice jams and uppercuts through this round. You can see that he's not maintaining this, he's just getting close and he's just trying to smash his opponent.
Both the fighters, 57 kg, just about the same height, reach, just about the same. There you go. I was kind of expecting this. Golovkin, clinical fighter. He looks confident. But Al-Sadrani not too far behind. They're still in the first round. Way too early to assist. There you go, winding it up. Couple of wild swings. By Golovkin. Both the boxers need to work on their accuracy. Right here, right now is the call for both of them.
Both fighters have same kind of strength and technique, but the way Al-Sadrani fight is a kind of aggressive fighter. You can see that he's judging at distance and he's not going to throw a little bit 1-2 punch. He's an unstoppable puncher. But that's the hard unstoppable puncher. Golovkin, he's just throwing non-merciful punches.
Golovkin just holding it up, sees the moment and delivers couple or maybe three. Looks like someone who very keen about bringing out combinations we've seen in professional boxing. The boxers who got, there you go. The combination once again working for Golovkin. Excellent first round.
Golovkin has the advantage of this round and he earns a lot of points. As you can see, he just cornering the opponent and he just thrown brutal punches. Non-stoppable.
Looks like he's had enough. But we'll have to wait and see as we're looking at the highlights. Missing quite a few. There you go. Front of the face, above the body. Really, that's a good right landed for Al-Sadrani. But he looks like, a fighter who wants to finish the bout in the first round itself by way of a knockout. But that's far, far away, I can tell you. There you go, very powerful right landed right there for Golovkin. Another exciting boxer. Write it down. We're gonna see them in the next round.
Definitely. Both fighters earn same scores because the first is very beginning. The Golovkin strikes so much, but Al-Sadrani throws uppercut right into the face.
Oh, another powerful left, followed by a right hook. He's getting busy. He smelled the kill. With his reach advantage, he's quite keen on clear the space in front and wind it up, but his swings nowhere near the mark.
And the way Golovkin moves is kind of a back foot fighter. You can see that he's leaning back and just taking the power out of him and throwing a precious punches. And he's also his count puncher. He's throwing unstoppable count punches.
Just like that. A combination working well for Golovkin. The first count. You noticed a change in the body language already. That's about it. That's about it. Not quite, not quite. For a moment, thought he's taken a powerful right into the head.
Al-Sadrani got slipped, I guess. He's a quite aggressive fighter and his boxing throws and punches are kind of wide range. But the way that Golovkin throws is kind of close punches and referee tells to doctor and checks him.
He's exhausted. Not working. Golovkin's upper body, all over body. Just throwing out quite a few wild punches, missing just about each and every one of them. Apart from landing one in the first round, the second round entirely belongs to Golovkin, pressing ahead, relentless. Golovkin searching for more opportunities to land his combinations.
Al-Sadran is not doing a much thing in this round. He misses a lot of punches. He failed to launch those punches. And the way he's not moving around and he's not trying to even reach to Bulaukin body, ribs, heads. But the way Bulaukin fights, he's getting close and he's smashing the opponent without any mercy.
Golovkin not feeling any counter pressure, pushing him onto the rope and working upper body as well as the lower body. There you go, quite a few landed and stop is the call by ref. Keeping the head up, says ref. Marches ahead, another one to the body. Trying to penetrate that guard. A couple of swings to the left ear. No points on offer.
Al-Sadran looks exhausted and got fatigue at this moment. He got, I think it's like he's giving up, isn't it?
Just about the beginning of live commentary, I mentioned during these preliminaries, we can expect few one-sided bouts. Looks like this one heading the same way. The Sri Lankans struggle against two Kyrgyzstanis and Kazakhstanis, if I'm not mistaken. And this man, Kyrgyzstani Golovkin, quite a few flurry of punches, and there you go, he's trying to evade punches, not working. Relentless, he's working the upper body like a machine. Oh, another one, straight, powerful right. I'm surprised he's still standing up.
Bulaukin shows no mercy for his opponent. Just look the way that he just throws the right arm punches, man. He's brutal.
If Al-Sadran could bring something special, there's a possibility for early finish.
Bulaukin has not kind of any kind of tension or pressure from his feeling. He's just playing, man. He just has a stylish and passionate boxer.
Good one landed for Al-Sadran to the body, but he needs significant improvement in comparison to those two rounds. Bulaukin not allowing an inch. He's keep pressing on, looking for opportunities to land his combinations. He's done pretty much 3 to 4 times right throughout this fight. Just during the second round, there was a moment I almost thought that was gonna stop the fight midway through. Al-Sadran is still fighting. It'll be interesting to see if he can stay the full round, the third round. Looks exhausted. His game plan not working great, not ideal. Oh, another powerful right. Golovkin moves in, decimating his opponent.
And of course, Bulaukin is a right arm puncher. His power is hidden on his right arm. Oh, that's a hard non-stop punches from Bulaukin right into the Al-Sadran's ribs and body. The way that Bulaukin is maintaining his pose, his speed, rhythm, that's another level. Al-Sadran fails to manage him at least, just to cover those punches.
To me, his cardio doesn't look all that good. Exhausted midway through second half. There are signs, his fitness levels not up to the mark. That's out of exhaustion, I can tell you quite clearly. He's not quite keen on staying up.
Bulaukin has a lot of his strength in this round, and Al-Sadran fails to maintain his cardio and his strength. You can see he falls down 2 or 3 times in the middle of the match, and that's really bad for him.
Another very impressive fighter. It'll be interesting to see against whom they will be fighting in the second round. It's just a matter of concluding things. It's just a formality. Al-Sadran not he wasn't up to the mark. We had a UAE girl yesterday, match. The bout completed prematurely during the second round. Just about had the same fate. These Central Asian boxers, I can tell you, they are here to win.
Definitely. These Kazakhstan boxers, these UAE boxers. But then the Kazakhstan boxers have their strength and own unique passion inside of them. Every Kazakhstan boxer has a majority of them. It's a really good boxers actually. Fascinating.
They have very tough qualification process. Once you reach this level, you get the true spirit of Kazakhstani boxers. Another one-sided round in my book. We'll have to wait for the official decision. Straightforward. There you go. Golovkin. Ideally suited name for professional boxing. We might see him reaching that standard. Another super boxer from Kyrgyzstan. There you go. Central Asians pretty much dominating the proceedings right throughout the first 2 days. We had just about 6 exciting bouts. It's just about time we are having another look at the exciting moments.
We had our own tournament as well. And I've been interviewing personally for the novices, intermediate and stuff like that. And that's why Amina sir told me to join this. You have any work from any work? Well, I have an interview from Amina sir. Just a small interview. When he came to Negombo, they had a meet in Negombo, right? They had the Dayton Cup in Negombo. They insisted that I should do it, so I can't say no. Because I don't think you can hear it right now. But I had a great just basics. That's it. But more than that, I know the boxing, like I know the sport because I used to box and like I really have the eye for that to see like that guy is so devastating. That guy is so strong. Yeah, like great distance and they have a unbelievable punch. Yeah, 8 pounds is so good. That's great.
Intense speed, intelligent safekeeping, strikes that create no enemies. A vibrant welcome to a high-tech era. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on PEO Sport 1 on PEO TV.
පන්දුකට වැරගෙන කරන පහලක් පැහැදිලිව බලා ගන්න ලංකාවේ විශාලතම HD channel එකතු සමග PEO TV, the best on demand entertainment. ආදරය සිනහස සොයා යන පවුලේ සැමට එකට සිට නැරඹිය හැකි චිත්‍රපටයක්. වසරේ අත්හලනු හැකි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
ඔබ කැමතිම වැඩසටහන් දැන් අතළඟටම. දැන්ම PEO මොබයිල් ඇප් එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරගන්න.
රිවයින් කරන ඔප්ෂන් එක සමගින් ආයේ බලා ගන්න PEO TV, the best on demand entertainment.
අප මෙතෙක් අසා ඇති සිංහබාව් කතාවට සිනමාරූපී නව අර්ථකථනයක්. සිංහබාව්. Inheriting a land of great warriors, the glory of a victorious bloodline. Empowered with intelligence and strength. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. We wish our lions, the Sri Lankan team, the best of luck as they rise to conquer the Asian boxing ring. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on PEO Sport 1 on PEO TV.
Boxing had to come a long way before savants like Ali and Floyd could dazzle us in the ring. The recesses of violence reach far back into our evolutionary journey, but the earliest evidence of a sport dates back to 6th millennium BCE in what is now known as Ethiopia. The earliest physical evidence of boxing belongs to the ancient civilization of Sumeria, nearly 5,000 years ago. We do not know how popular it was at that point, but by the 3rd millennium BCE, fist-fighting competitions were taking place in Sumerian and Egyptian cities. Tablets dated around 3000 BCE, found in the Sumerian city of Kufaja, showcase boxing talents, as well as offering more details. Similarly, artworks showcasing the sport have been found in Mesopotamian states of Assyria and Babylon, as well as parts of the Hittite Empire. Other ancient civilizations like India and China were not far off. Rig Veda, 1500 to 1000 BCE, and Ramayana, 700 to 400 BCE, refer to various types of boxing, like the Mustiyada, which translates directly to fist combat. In the case of the Egyptians, it is believed that they learned the art from neighboring Nubians after multiple invasions and then introduced it to the Mediterranean. A 1350 BCE sculpture from the Egyptian city of Thebes shows boxers engaged in the sport as the pharaoh watches on. The sport gained popularity around the world due to its overlap with military training. And with military regimens, rule sets started to emerge. A carved vase from Crete shows 2 fighters wearing gloves. Over the next few centuries, the Greeks would add a few more rules, bringing the art of fisticuffs closer to the opera of violence we enjoy today. A Greek story goes that Theseus invented a form of boxing where 2 contestants sat face to face and beat each other to death with their fists. Pygmachia, or fist fighting, was introduced in the Olympics in 688 BCE and quickly became a popular pastime for the people. The men trained on korikos, or punching bags with leather straps, called himantes, on their hands. Gloves and wrappings were needed to compete, but one thing wasn't: clothes. The Greeks fought naked. Women were not allowed to watch the sport, and that had little to do with nudity and more with the violent nature of the sport. And it was particularly violent. Not only were there no protective accessories, there were no weight classes either. A well-placed blow from a heavy fighter could potentially prove fatal. In the Iliad, Homer presents the tale of a bout. Similarly, the sport of pancration in the Olympics was a combination of boxing and wrestling. The Greeks believed that Heracles dominated the Nemean lion using the moveset, and Theseus used it to overpower Cercyon of Eleusis. The Romans took a lot of their cultural cues from the Greeks, including their gods, so it isn't surprising that they took their gods' pastimes as well. Pugilism became a popular spectacle at Roman amphitheaters. To raise the stakes, they added spikes to their leather gloves, and eventually, weapons were introduced. A similar sport to gladiatorial combat was Kalaripayut in India. A 3,000-year-old martial art, it was noted for its importance in battle training. Other martial arts, like the Shaolin Kung Fu, also gained notoriety in China. While these were all contact sports with combat as their key pillar, they did not resemble the sport of boxing as we know it today. What's interesting to note is that fist fighting fell out of spotlight for several centuries. There were a few places like Rus where, before eventually getting banned, it remained a form of mass entertainment. However, most fist-fighting contests around the world were more akin to bar fights than public spectacles. So, we jump forward in time to 16th century Britain. Bare-knuckle boxing contests were making the rounds, but these were devoid of rules and chaotic to the point of including fencing and cudgeling contests. No weight limits, no referee, and no rules. Poking, groin strikes, headbutts, chokes, and throws were all valid moves because nothing was invalid. It was around this time that the term boxing made its way into popular vernacular. In 1681, the Duke of Albemarle scheduled the first recorded bout of boxing between his butler and his butcher. To nobody's surprise, the butcher emerged victorious. Unlike the ancient Greeks, British women were no strangers to boxing. The first female fight advertised in print dates back to 1722. James Figg became the first English bare-knuckle or boxing champion in 1719. The same year, he opened an amphitheater capable of seating 1,000 people. In 1727, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Robert Walpole, Poet Laureate Colley Cibber, and satirist Jonathan Swift watched him defeat his greatest rival, Edward Ned Sutton, in Ned's sold-out amphitheater. After Figg's death, the mantle of the sport fell on the head of Jack Broughton. In 1743, he opened an amphitheater on Oxford Road and introduced boxing's first ever rule set, known as Broughton Rules. The idea was to protect fighters and avoid unnecessary deaths in the ring. Grabbing below the waist and hitting a downed opponent were both prohibited. For the bout to continue, the fallen man had to get back to his feet within 30 seconds, at which point the round would instantly be declared over, offering him an additional breather. Prize fighting became a common pastime of the people, and was even taken by people to settle disputes. For instance, in 1790, two ladies who claimed the affection of the same man went toe-to-toe to resolve the matter. As time went on, more rule sets were drafted, and sanctioning bodies came into play. In 1838, the British Pugilist Protective Association initiated the London Prize Ring Rules, but they were not enough. In 1867, the Marquess of Queensberry rules laid the groundwork for modern boxing rules. Rounds were 3 minutes each, with a 1-minute rest in between. Contestants had to wear padded gloves. Wrestling was forbidden, and downed fighters had to get up against a 10-second or be declared knocked out. Weight divisions were also introduced during this era. Many of the underground enthusiasts of the sport sneered at the new rules, calling them unmanly, but it helped open boxing up to a whole new audience. In the 19th century, boxing also started becoming popular across the pond, as British champions toured the U.S. to fight American fighters. Despite the revised and much sophisticated Queensberry rules, boxing was considered harmful in most of the U.S. and the U.K., and was therefore banned. Consider an 1882 bare-knuckle contest, R vs. Coney, in which one of the contestants was charged with assault, despite mutual consent and agreement between the two parties. The same year, Irish-born American boxer John L. Sullivan claimed the World Heavyweight Championship. Sullivan was instrumental in making professionals comply with the Queensberry rules, making it easier for the sport to gain legitimacy. The sport continued to grow despite regulatory setbacks, especially because the people perception would turn champions into heroes and modern gladiators. It also became a training tool in the First World War, leaving a huge impression in the minds of many people. Up until that point, boxing champions were just the stuff of consensus. There was no governing body to make sense of these things. But the foundation of the U.S. National Boxing Association after the First World War brought consistency to the sport. The establishment of the New York State Athletic Commission was also instrumental in bringing boxing to the masses in a legitimate manner. By the early 20th century, boxing had carved out a unique space, especially for immigrants in the U.S. Anyone could train hard and go from rags to riches in a few years. It was also seen as a viable alternative to crime. Why not channel violence in a positive manner? But boxing was not devoid of racial biases that plagued the American society back in the day. For instance, Jack Dempsey refused to fight African-American Harry Willis, and Jack Johnson was publicly derided, to the point that he left the country. But African Americans would continue to shine in the ring, with fighters like Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Sonny Liston, leaving indelible marks on the sport's history. Lewis's 25 consecutive title defenses still hold the record for the longest single reign in boxing history. Sugar Ray Robinson is widely regarded as the greatest boxer to ever live, and his 6 fights with Jake LaMotta have been fictionalized in Scorsese's Raging Bull. Sonny Liston was the scariest man to ever step foot in the ring. That is, until a young trash-talking kid made him quit in the 7th. Rocky Marciano, Henry Armstrong, Willie Pep, Harry Greb, Ezzard Charles, Archie Moore, There are far too many iconic names that reign supreme during this era. In 1962, the National Boxing Association was eventually upgraded to the World Boxing Association, or WBA. The very next year, the World Boxing Council, or WBC, brought together representatives from 11 different countries to create a unified governing body. Thus began the two-belt era. This was the time of one of the biggest names in the sport to shine, Muhammad Ali. So many iconic moments, the two Liston fights, the trilogy with Frazier, the trilogy with Norton, and the rumble in the jungle against Foreman. Ali's brash mannerism would open the door for boxers to receive more public interest than ever before. Phenoms like Tyson, Holyfield, De La Hoya, Salvador Sanchez, Chavez, Lennox Lewis, Floyd, and Pacquiao, among countless others, followed. With the introduction of IBF in the 80s, the three-belt era provided the four kings to shine on the highest stages on the world. In time, the WBA split up to give rise to the WBO. So now we live in the four-belt era of boxing. For a moment, the regulatory and promotional disputes sent the sport in a downward spiral. Promotions like HBO Boxing and Showtime Boxing closed their doors after years of successful business. But the sport of pugilism is a little bit like an opponent that just won't stay down. Today, it is a truly global sport, with fighters from different parts of the world proudly representing their countries. And the arrival of new faces like Turki Ali Sheikh in the promotional world tells us that the future of boxing may just be in safe hands.
PEO Sports, Krida Venezuela.
ඔබ දැනටමත් SLT මොබිටෙල් ෆයිබර් බ්‍රෝඩ්බෑන්ඩ් පාරිභෝගිකයෙක්ද? PEO TV නව සම්බන්ධතාවයක් ලබාගෙන මාස 6ක් පුරාවට නොමිලේ TV බලන්න ළඟම ඇති SLT මොබිටෙල් ශාඛාව වෙත පැමිණෙන්න. පබ්බෝකට රැඳෙන්න කරන පහලක් පැහැදිලිව බලා ගන්න ලංකාවේ විශාලතම HD channel එකතු සම PEO TV. The best on demand entertainment.
ආදරය සෙනෙහස සොයා යන පවුලේ සැමට එකට සිට නැරඹිය හැකි චිත්‍රපටයක්. වසරේ අත්හල නොහැකි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
ඔබ කැමතිම වැඩසටහන් දැන් අත ළඟටම. දැන්ම PEO මොබයිල් ඇප් එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරගන්න.
Rewind කරන ඔප්ෂන් එක සමගින් ආයේ බලා ගන්න PEO TV, the best on demand entertainment.
අප මෙතෙක් අසා ඇති සිංහ බාව් කතාවට සිනමාරූපී නව අර්ථකථනයක්. සිංහ බාව්. Intense speed, intelligent safekeeping, strikes that create no enemies. A vibrant welcome to a high-tech era. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on PEO Sport 1 on PEO TV. Inheriting a land of great warriors, the glory of a victorious bloodline. Empowered with intelligence and strength. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. We wish our lions, the Sri Lankan team, the best of luck as they rise to conquer the Asian boxing ring. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indo Stadium, Colombo. Live on PEO Sport 1 on PEO TV.
Very good afternoon. Post-lunch session of Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championship just about to start. We had an enthralling first session, pre-lunch session, and 6 more exciting bouts coming your way. The judges are ready. So is the fighters. 3 Sri Lankans so far got inside the ring, and one of them already moved into the second round. Expecting more Sri Lankans to do well out there in this international competition. It's just about rubbing shoulders against the best. This is Asian Under-23 Youth Boxing Championships 2025 Colombo. This live action available to you on PEO Sports, SLT PEO TV, channel 150 and 313. For the first time we see an Australian in action. Should be a good one. Australian continent producing excellent boxers over the years. Now they're aligning with Asian Boxing Confederation and participating in this international competition. Criswell should be a good one wearing blue. And he, as usual, taking a Central Asian Kazakhstani boxer.
Looks to be like it's going to be a good matchup. Australia versus Kazakhstan. Both fighters seem to be like they are having great energy in them. Both of them looking to get the victory.
An interesting call for New Zealand, Australia and French Polynesia taking part in this Asian competition. Wearing red, the Kazakh boxer. They've been showcasing outstanding boxing prowess right throughout the competition. Just about each and every Kazakh boxer won their first bout. And it will be tough times, I have no doubt, for the Australians.
This is the first time an Australian is participating in the tournament. So we are excited to see what he has against this Kazakhstan boxer, because they've been having a very, very strong streak of victories. It's a strong team, so we're excited.
Nick Ban and Freshwell, 57 kg bout. Australians straight away pushing forward. There you go. Immediately getting the left jab to good use. And Nyakban quite intelligently backing off really nicely.
Yes, as you can see, the Australian is just coming strong in, but these Kazakhstanis, they have great distance. They know how to keep the fighter behind the jab and just hit those straight punches, so they are immediately seeing the Australian walk into a couple of counter punches.
It is the Australian who presented to start off the game. Then slowly but steadily, Nyakban walking off his, seems to be, right lead, and the powerful left coming up just like that. Powerful right, in fact. Orthodox stance. These boxers from Central Asian countries, they are outstanding.
Yes, the Kazakhstan, the red from Kazakhstan is really timing the Australian. The Australian is looking like he's full of energy, but this Kazakhstani is so strong. And you see this the combinations that he's throwing.
As you can see immediately, his headgear got loosened by quite a few punches. To start off the game, he was backing off, evading punches, just about assessing the attacking style of Friswell. Immediately figured out that once you're, get off the storm, things would eventually becomes much easier. Now working his left jab, another straight right, fantastic.
The Australian is persevering and enduring. He's doing his best to come in, and he's starting strong, which you need to with the Kazakhs. You can't start slow with them, because if you give them any room to settle in, they would develop a great rhythm.
That's exactly what I was talking about. It's about getting busy right from the word go. There's no time to settle down, no time to assess your opponent. But this man quite intelligently, initially Friswell is just pressing forward like crazy. And Ekban, back step, oh fantastic right hook. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was a left hook, landed straight in the face. There you go. Lead left, powerful right. Touching the body time and time again. He means business. He's another fighter to look out. Nyakban.
The Australian needs to be careful coming in, because that's another. Is that another count? Or Australia? I was just saying that the Australian needs to be careful coming in, because he'll get caught with a punch. So.
Although this is the plan for the Australians, probably know a great deal about this fighter. Can't leave it till too late, so he's pressing forward and eating quite a few punches. I'll be rather surprised if this one goes to the third round. Whichever the case, fantastic round for Nyakban. There's something special about these Central Asians. Their systems must be very, very strong infrastructure. And the interest for boxing, take a look at it. Combinations, one after the other. Another one. Oh, he's taken the brunt of the attack. Nyakban, my man, to move on to the next round. I can tell you. Yes, it's touch too early. Make no mistakes. He got the goods. Now once again, getting busy. That's the name of the game for the Central Asians, Kazakhs boxers. That one, very efficient. There you go, touching the body, goes upstairs immediately. It's just a, swinging frenzy. Priswell.
Damika, I think you're right. I think Kazakhstan is going to go for the finish. I don't think he's going to wait for the 3 rounds. And it seems like it's just about to unfold.
If he press the issue, he's quite clearly in with a possibility. There you go. He pretty much now starting to do whatever he does. Another couple landed. Brilliant. Now he's in disarray. The Priswell, the Australian fighter, he's in disarray. There you go. Surprisingly, always keeping his guard down.
So loose and agile is Red, and his combinations, his timing is just on another level, and you can see it in his eyes that it's just a matter of time, and it seems like it will end soon.
Another combination. So this is wonderful boxing. Whoever wins, they are here to witness world-class boxing, and this is the future for Asian boxers. One-way traffic, that's all I can say, Yathos.
Do you think they give him another chance? I think the fight will be over.
Perhaps that's it. Enough is enough, says the ref. I was talking about right after the first round I mentioned. I doubt if this one goes till the completion of third round. And we were proven right once again. Always a nice feeling, isn't it?
Yes, Damika. We saw it, and with the pressure that the Australian put in, and the distance the Kazakhstan kept with the counter punches, it was just a matter of time, because the Australian gave everything he had in, but Red was just too strong, too good with his timing. Great fight.
Results of the bout number 6. Winner in the bout is red corner. Representing Kazakhstan. Officials for the bout number 7. Referee from
Red is a devastated fighter. He's tremendously hit hard on the red fighter, but can't even get rid of those brutal punches. That is why it is advanced.
From Croatia. From Turkey.
Number 7 for the day.
So it's the seventh bout coming in, Rodrigo, and we have we have a Sri Lankan fighter coming in, so this is exciting, and the bout is at 60 kilograms.
The official bout number 7, under 57 weight category. Red representing Al-Hadari Mohammad from Kazakhstan and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and blue representing Aravind Jayadis and Pakistan from Sri Lanka.
Representing the host, Sri Lanka.
It's going to be an interesting bout. crowd cheering us. And there is a big noise coming out, support for Sri Lanka.
Of course, the previous Sri Lankan match was not kind of good, but this one is going to be a change. Let's see who will gonna join this ring. Who will set the conquering winner in this match? Let's take a
Rodrigo, I'm really excited for this fight, you know. I'm so excited right now.
Yeah, that's... Because previous match was not kind of a good for Sri Lankan, but this match is kind of going to devastating match.
Javista looks like he's ready and in good condition, and he looked like he was in, he had a lot of confidence in the locker room as well.
For the bout number 1. Who will take the round? Let's see. Keep tight your seats.
What's your prediction, Rodrigo?
My prediction is kind of for Sri Lanka. Let's see. Sri Lanka is going to take the lead. The Pakistan guys. Saudi Arabian guys is not kind of giving him space to do it, huh?
Oh, Sri Lankan comes in hard and strong. He is on fire right now. He caught him with a couple of good shots. Hooks coming, lunging in with some hooks.
Hasanjis is also kind of aggressive fighter who he just lead the opponent and he just take the first jab and the hook, you know. It's a kind of aggressive and fighter. But the way that Al-Hadrari is moves and avoiding those punches is kind of nice, isn't he?
Yes, Red is getting some movement in, and as the Sri Lankan is, as Blue is coming strong in, as the Sri Lankan is coming strong in, he has to be tactical, because if he misses too much, he's going to be too discouraged with his punches, and he can't miss too much because the judges are scoring on what lands as well.
As I can see, the way that Hasanjis throws punches is not according to the book, but the way that Al-Hadrari is throwing punches is kind of a count punches and jams is quite right on time.
But the Sri Lankan's coming with some hard pressure right now. He's determined to win for his country.
Both countries' crowd is on their feet, guys. Anyone in this home right now, you guys must need to come at Blaze and just feel this heat in this stadium. The Sri Lankan Hasanjis is doing a great job in the ring. Al-Hadrari managed to avoid those punches somehow, but the distance between the fighters keep close. Oh, that's a hard hitting punches from Hasanjis, man.
The crowd grows wild. It's a great combination that comes through, and Sri Lanka is going in.
Not also the crowd, also commentator goes wild when the Hasanjis and Sri Lankan just avoid just striking like that, man.
Definitely, it builds a fire inside of us. It's exciting, and you can see the Sri Lankan is keeping his strong guard. Oh, he caught him with a good punch there.
That's a hard uppercut hook, man. Ow, that's a hard. The Al-Hadrari fails to manage those brutal punches from Hasanjis. Hasanjis doing a great job.
A big swing and miss from Sri Lanka. So let's see how it goes. But so far it seems like Sri Lanka is taking the lead with the aggression.
And Hasanjis is made in a really good guard on him. So the way that he's guarding himself, that Al-Hadrari fails to reach the Hasanjis face, isn't it?
But at the same time, Red is not giving up. And it's the end of the round. And that was a good round for Sri Lanka. That was a great round.
The end of the round 1. That round was advantageous for the Sri Lankan as well. And Al-Hadrari is also didn't give up. He fought really well in this round, isn't he?
He looks a little bit tired in the corner though. He looks like he was a little overwhelmed with the volume and the explosiveness of the Sri Lankan. So it's just the first round.
That's a brutal swing from Sri Lanka. You can see that Blue is keeping close to the opponent, and the way he throws punch is brutal, and they are devastated. Oh, that's a hard left hook from. That combination is kind of unique. Those powerful moves, they can't be avoided by Saudi Arabia.
The judges always score it with depending on the aggression that every fight has. Is it a forward fight or back? So I think Sri Lanka checked in with a win with the aggression.
Here we go for the official second round. Who will gonna take the advantage of this round? Al-Hadri will take the lead, but Hansajit does avoid those punches, and he takes those first punches. That's a hard jam from Hansajit. He's not showing any mercy to the Al-Hadri. Al-Hadri fails to manage that brutality from Hansajit, isn't he?
Sri Lanka is on fire. It seems like he's hungry. The Sri Lankan is so hungry right now, and he is on fire coming in, and you could see it in Red's eyes. He's kind of overwhelmed with this aggression and this volume that Sri Lanka is putting on him.
Both fighters, Andre's men are on their feet. Guys, you guys come visit here to feel this heat in this stadium. It's another level. You can see those fighters, how their courage is, the way they fight, their will to win is another level. The Hansajit, the Sri Lanka, and the Hansajit is maintain a good speed and pace in his boxing method and style. The way he just keeping locked his guard, and he's not even like Al-Hadri to come close to him.
But at the same time, you could still see Red is not giving up. But wow, what a great combination from Blue. He's pushing forward, breaking through every barrier, and pushing forward. And Rodrigo, you're right, we need more people coming in. This is an amazing event. This is a memorable event and a big event.
Hansajit is a good fighter. The referee. The Hansajit looks tired, but Al-Hadri maintained his strength as he seems from the first round. You can see the body language, both fighters. The Hansajit is just breathing heavily, and his punches are not awful like the first round. But in this round, the Al-Hadri can take the advantages from that exhausted feeling from the opponent. He throws non-stoppable punches, and he's a precious timing man.
Yeah, Blue is slowing down a little bit, and you can see him breathing from his mouth. We hope that he will keep the pace going and not break down to the resistance that Red is putting in, because he's putting a good amount of resistance and he's not giving up. You see he's coming back, Red. So this round is kind of two-way, both ways, going both ways.
This kind of a match, boxers need to have immense strength on their cardio, because to boxing for 2 rounds is not easy. It takes much courage and much strength, much training, because those fighters are warriors. Their training is on another level. But in this match, to represent a country, those boxers need.
Yes, they do. They need some great condition in their system. Both fighters are looking a little bit tired in their corners, but I know that this is the last round, so they're going to come guns blazing, because I think the next round, the one who wins the next round will determine who wins the fight. But as you can see, both of them going at it non-stop, Red and Blue, doing their best to get the victory for their country.
The best with Hansajit is he's a technical boxer. The way he's boxing is according to the book. He's a good boxer. He's keeping his footworks, hip works, and the punches in nice pace and nice rhythm. The way that Al-Hadri boxing is, he's not a much aggressive boxer like Hansajit, but he's a quite good boxer, isn't he?
Yeah, Rodrigo, because he's showing some good technical stunts when Sri Lanka comes in, when Blue's coming in at him. He's showing some good distance to counterpunch. So he's really weathering this big storm that Sri Lanka is really putting on him. Whoa, that's a great combination from Blue. The crowd goes crazy.
Hansajit shows some real nice moves, and he's just throwing opponent away right into the corner. Al-Hadri also is not giving up. Hansajit is not showing any mercy. He's just following the opponent, and he's fighting like cruelty. The way he boxes and he just go after. He's an unstoppable fighter, but the style that boxer has is led him to the fatigue movement, isn't it? The way that Hansajit fought in first round is not the way that he fought himself this round. He looked exhausted. That must be unbeneficial for him, isn't he?
Yes. But you see, Blue just caught Red with a couple of good straight punches. But once again, Red is just, he's very resisting and persevering, even though he's getting caught with a lot of punches. There it goes. Another great combination from Blue.
The thing is, Blue's combinations didn't let any space to open any opponent strikes to him. He keeps his combination non-stoppably. That is why that Al-Hadri can't reach Hansajit. Hansajit is a good, aggressive, quickie boxer, as you can see. The way he boxes, his style is an aggressive, and the power that his hook has is another level, man. That's a hard left-hand hook from Hansajit to Al-Hadri.
Yeah, you can see that there's a difference now in the power and the explosion, and Red is kind of fading off right now, and his punches don't have the sting like it did in the beginning of the rounds. Oh, Blue gets a warning for open glove, but Blue's power and his explosion is still there, and he could still catch him with another big shot.
Maybe Blue has some kind of physical exhaustion feeling, but his mind isn't. You can see that the way that Red boxer boxing, he's already exhausted. He's enough of taking those brutal punches from Hansajit. His physical status is not kind of good. You can see that he's breathing from mouth, and he looks exhausted. His throws and punches are not kind of powerful like all. Isn't it, Jesus?
It's the last 10 seconds of the round. It's the final round, and Blue is just going for it.
Blue is what you guess? Who's going to win this match? Yes, my guess is I think Blue. Hansajit is going to do it. And let's see who's going to do it.
Well, it's
at the end of the round number 3.
Wow, that was a good fight, and clearly it seemed like Blue scored the most amount of points and pushed his opponent backwards. So we are excited to see what the judges have for the decision. We go to the decision, so they're hoping for Sri Lanka. Once again, the event is held in the Sugatadasa Stadium, and everyone should come in because this is a great and prestigious event held in our own country, Sri Lanka. Blue is looking really confident with this fight, and Red's body language is showing.
Yes, he can be confident. He's a definitely winner, man. He's a definitely winner. And it is a unanimous decision because she fought really well. He was like a professional boxer. His aggression and the physical status, they are really nice, huh? And also Saudi Arabian boxer is nice, but he hasn't got that courage like Hansajit.
Yes. And as we can see in the replays, him walking his opponent down and trying his best to get the finish, see big punches in. Well, Blue can also just be a little bit more mindful with his distance, not jump in too much, but yeah, again, a great guard. He has great basics, a strong guard.
See that always Al-Hadri tries to break that Hansajit guard, but he fails that because Hansajit guard was he's really strong, the guard. That's why that Al-Hadri fails to attack on his face. I think that is why the unanimous decision came.
Well, we have a really exciting bout coming in right now, under 60 kilograms, and it's India versus Sri Lanka. Mohit from India and Murajuddin from Sri Lanka. And here walks in India, only age of 16 years old.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Sri Lanka,
Rodrigo, we have the Sri Lankan coming in, Rodrigo. Oh, the crowd is really up on their feet for this one. And he's looking really confident and really strong. This boy, I have seen him fight. Rodrigo, he's a tough boy. He's really strong and he's a great talent. You can see him. You can feel it in the atmosphere as well, can you?
He just owned the field when he entered it. He teaches that I own this place, something like that.
Oh, he's walking with some confidence. This is really exciting.
This is the official bout number 8 and the weight category 60 kilogram. Red representing Mohit from India and blue representing Murajuddin Juan Asil from Sri Lanka. They are gonna witness a great match from a historic connection and the link between India and Sri Lanka, you know.
Rodrigo, you know, the Indians are really tough as well. You know, they have a great team in their side and they have a great Olympic team. So this is a great experience for us. And I'm feeling confident for Sri Lanka.
Me too, Yasas. I think that Murajuddin is going to do it. The physical thing is kind of, you know.
Ooh, and the eyes, Rodrigo. Did you see his eyes?
His eyes are just desiring to win. His eyes speaks a lot about his will to win. He's a really confident fighter.
He's on fire.
Murajuddin is always a star fighter. He just takes the lead, huh? He's a good boxer. He has that rhythm on him. The moment he enters the ring, he just took that ownership from him.
The southpaw as well. So. They're both really fast fighters, Rodrigo, you can see.
Oh. That attitude speaks a lot about the Sri Lankan Murajuddin. He's like, I don't have to speak a word. He's a really confident fighter. The way he speaks, the throws and punches, they are brutal, man.
The Indian is really, really aggressive as well. He's just coming in like we expected him to.
But the thing is, Murajuddin is the aggression he has. He has to control the distance between fighters. He has to assess the link that the opponent have. He has to assess that the distance and the right timing, the precious timing punch. Otherwise, he missed those punches. It's a waste of energy, isn't it?
Yes. But I think he's just taking this time to time his opponent as well. There, you see him catching him with some good counters coming in. So, oh, that was a good three catch coming in. And the India keeps stumbling and falling, so that's a bad sign as well. To always fall down to the canvas, it takes a little bit out of you. So Sri Lanka is looking strong still.
India fighter has also a kind of aggression. Punching style, you can see that Murajuddin and Mohit, both fighters are on another level. They are aggression, they are aggressive fighters. But the way that both fighters are not assessing their distance, both fighters just don't measure it, right? That's a hard right-hand hook from Murjadeen to Mohit.
Yes, he's trying to catch him coming in with the hook, but you can see that the aggression from India has kind of seized down, and Sri Lanka has toned the fight to his pace almost as if. And he's strong. You see this boy, he's really strong, the Sri Lankan.
Murjadeen is a kind of throwing swings right into the Mohit, but Mohit didn't let them come close to him. Oh, that's a hard right arm hook from Murjadeen to Mohit. And Mohit throws a lot of swings to Murjadeen, right? But they misses it. I don't think they miss it.
Yes, that was a great round. So actually that was a great round for both of them. Both of them had some good moments. But yeah, they came in really strong and aggressive, and there were a lot of punches that missed. And I think that is because there's a great match between both of them. They're both high-level skilled fighters, so they are both having a challenge for themselves. But one thing I noticed was the Sri Lankan had a little bit of an edge of power, because can you see that India keeps falling down? There was a little bit of an edge for its strength, the Sri Lankan.
I think that India boys has to do their homework more than us, isn't it?
Yes, the Indians are always on their homework. They are great competition. And the round 2 starts. Here we are. They're both looking good on their feet in the beginning of the round. They recovered well through the first round. And down goes.
Murjadeen slipped down because I think that he just is stuck on his arm. Murjadeen takes the lead and he throws the punches. He's counting on the distance as he starts taking the precious timing puncher. And Murjadeen is... Oh, what happened to him?
He lost some balance and just leaped up to the ropes. So... Oh, he caught him with a good hook coming in, Sri Lanka. Oh, again, he did catch him with a good hook.
As you can see, those fighters have aggressive movements. Both fighters are just coming to each other as aggressive animals. As you can see that both fighters just do the homework technical drills in here. I don't see any footwork movement from Indian and Sri Lankans, but their pace and their desire to will some other level as us.
Actually, well, though, these two are really good technical fighters. Like, they have that base. But right now, because it's a match, and they really need both of them looking so hungry. India and Sri Lanka looking so hungry. So, because of this aggression, it seems like a lot's happening, but these two are really high-level fighters and so young at the same time.
Definitely, they must be, because they're representing a country, and it's a hard-hitting hook from Murjadeen.
That was a strong cross through, and Sri Lanka is actually starting to time India, catching him coming with counters, and you see that? He's controlling it all. So we're seeing India having a little bit of trouble with the Sri Lankan right now. And I think it's because of the power that the Sri Lankan has. He has some explosive power.
Mohit's mouth guard just got away. I think that because he just got heated by Murjadeen.
It's a lot of trouble for the Indians and the Sri Lankan. The Sri Lankan is really looking confident.
As you can see, the body language of Murjadeen, he's not showing any kind of fatigue movement or exhausted movement. He's just fighting, and actually both are good fighters, as you can see. And Murjadeen takes the lead, and he throws right arm jumps and left arm hooks. I think Murjadeen's right arm is really powerful. He's taking the lead of it. And Mohit is also not going to give up. He's giving a great game to Murjadeen.
Oh yes, Sri Lanka is really on fire right now. You see, when he was even in the clinch, he's not giving any moment for the Indian to take a break. And I could also see that Sri Lanka is really timing that counter coming in, and here he lunges in. Oh no!
That's a hard-hitting hook from Mohit to Murjideen. Referee checks that whether he's okay to fight any longer. And that says he's okay. Here we go again. And Murjideen takes the lead. Mohit managed to avoid those brutal punches.
That was unfortunate at the last round. I think he just slipped and fell onto the ropes, and he was expecting for the referee to say stop, and he got caught up with some punches. That was unfortunate for the Sri Lankan. But overall, that round, he was really looking strong. Let's check the highlights out, Rodrigo. What do you think?
See, that's a hard-hitting punch from... Oh, that's a hard-hitting left hook from Mohit to Murjideen. That Murjideen fails to manage that brutal punch from uppercut, right? Oh, that's a hard-hitting counter punch from Mohit to Murjideen. Mohit is not showing any mercy. He's a non-stop brutal puncher. Oh my God, that's a hard punches combination from Mohit, huh? This round, in the second round, the advantage is for the Mohit. Mohit scores, I think, better than first round.
Yes, it looks like the second round was given to the Indian. So, the Sri Lankan comes in strong. And he catches him with a counter punch. What a great punch that was. He turns his opponent, goes to the corner. Sri Lanka has some type of character. And look out for it, Rodrigo. I think he's going to come out for the knockout. He's going to come out.
He took the revenge. He took the revenge. He took that. The thing he has to take. It's those nice, accountable, accuracy counter punches.
He's hungry, he's smelling the blood. Sri Lanka is smelling it, and he wants to go for the knockout. The Indian is facing a little bit of the lion from Sri Lanka. Lion from Sri Lanka right now.
The Sri Lankan and the Indian crowd is on their feet. Both crowds are cheering their fighters to take the crown to their home. Both crowd is really on their feet. They are in heat.
Sri Lanka is so aggressive. He needs it. He's hungry right now. He's on fire.
And Mohit is trying so hard to reach Murjideen, but Murjideen guard didn't let him to come close. But Mohit throws some kind of nice body punch right into the ribs, and that's a good thing, huh?
A break was given from the referee because Blue's lace has been untied. So, and as you can see, the referee didn't allow Blue to even take a break with his hands up. Come on, we're seeing the last half of the round, and Sri Lanka is on fire.
Here we go again. Both boxers not showing any mercy to each other. That's a nice right arm hook from Murjideen.
It's a good 1-2 from Sri Lanka. Oh! He catches him with a hook.
Did you see that? He's guarded himself and just suddenly he just throws a jam right into the Mohit face.
He actually hit a hook. Yes, that's called a catch and shoot. He just blocked it and he shot over it.
The thing that I liked Murjideen is he's maintained a good guard on himself, and that is why Mohit failed to reach his face. Huh?
Oh, I saw a little bit of the elbow coming in from India. A little bit of a dirty move. This is one high pace, Rodrigo, I'm telling you. It's a high pace, and you would only know if you were inside there.
As to play 3 rounds on these rings is kind of exhausted fatigue. It can't do on a normal level. And me, it's hard.
Both of these fighters are in great condition. And it's the last 10 seconds of the round. And India is pouring it out. He's hungry. Sri Lanka, it's the last 4 seconds.
He throws a nice arm jams right into the body, but the fails to manage reaching. End of the final round. Let's see who's gonna do it.
That was such a competitive round, Rodrigo.
It was a really good one, Yasas. As the fighters as long as held on today, this fight has kind of really energetic and aggression movements, huh?
I told you that the Indian is coming in strong because I know where they're about their training camp and their training routines, and the fighters they have are top class. And to see how Sri Lanka came through and did what he did, wow. I am seeing the victory in for Sri Lanka. So everything is in the hands of the judges right now. But Sri Lanka, wow, he did a great job there.
Result of the bout number 8. We are in the bout winners.
Oh, the victory was given to India. What a disappointing decision to our country, Sri Lanka.
I think that is what I mentioned. Like Mohit has kind of technique. He the way he punch and throws punch was accurate. See, that Mohit, he's kind of good boxer. That Murjadeen has boxing style and aggression and everything, but he's not much accountable, much accurate, huh?
Yes. He made a little bit of mistakes just leaping in and telegraphing with some punches, but overall, I think he did an amazing job. The experience and the effort, because he came in, I love the heart, that's what it takes. It takes character to be a great boxer, and Sri Lanka really showed character today, even though he lost.
Yeah, that's actually the match was on another level. The aggression and everything was on that fight is there on another level. And Murjadeen's strength, the power of that punch, they're crazy.
So it's a 9-bout in for the day, and we have a fighter coming in from Kazakhstan. Sorry, not Kazakhstan, it's Kyrgyzstan versus Mongolia. And red, Ergeshaw Verlan, and blue, Amar Jargal Tengiz. Under 60 bout. Two young fighters walking in. Mongolia looking calm and collected as he makes the ring walk in.
Official bout number 9, underweight category 60 kilogram. Red representing Ergeshaw Erlan from Kyrgyzstan, and blue representing Amarjargal Tengiz from Mongolia. This is the 9th bout out of 10 today. Let's see who's gonna do it today.
Actually, I think this is the first bout from Mongolia.
Yeah. Yesterday there was a match from Mongolian, and today this is the first one of Mongolian. Let's see who's gonna do it. Here rings the bell. Here warriors start to swing. Amarjargal takes the lead, and Erlan don't let that throws close to him.
As you can see, Rodrigo, both of them are really good technical fighters with great distance, great reach, and that elusive footwork. You see that light feet, head movement.
Red is kind of good quickie boxer. You can see that strength and the body language of him. But Blue is not let him to come close to him.
Kyrgyzstan, they kind of have similar fighting styles as Kazakhstan, you know, that Soviet style with the relaxed hands and the bounce on the feet, with combinations coming in from all around, straight hooks and uppercuts.
And the red one's right arm is really powerful. And he's using his right arm jams and hooks really quite nice, huh? Quite much more than Blue.
Yeah, two orthodox fighters. But as you can see, Red is having a little bit of an edge, you know. He keeps his jab in front of his opponent and he throws the combinations behind it. And backing away every time Blue throws a punch, he backs away to counter.
And Red is taking the lead and he's come close to Blue and he's throwing combinations. And that's a hard-hitting jab from Red to Blue.
Oh yes, he hit the jab down, you know, he faked it down and he shot the two from the top. Oh, what a great counter coming in. Red just cracked Blue coming in. That's some timing.
This round was owned by Red, as I guess. Because that was a brutal and critical plunge from Red to Blue.
Oh yeah. We have 50 more seconds in the round, so it's boxing. Let's see what happens.
And did you see that the Red boxer, the way he throws a body punch to ribs? This is really nice. As you mentioned, then Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, and those are really same parallel style. Because as you can see, the face, the style they had is really quite same. The power and the way that they move quite nice, huh? The hip movement, footworks, everything's on fire.
Yes, and actually one thing I did notice is Mongolia keeps missing a lot of punches because Red's movement and defense is as good as his offense. And actually I saw very seldom I saw Blue landing a punch. And that's the end of this first round.
The end of this first round. I think the advantage of this first round is on the Red. Because he throws some kind of brutal punches. Let's see the highlights.
As you can see, I told you,
that's a hard jam.
Blue is missing almost. Did you see that? Did you see the hit movement as he moved?
Oh, that's a hard jab from Red to Blue.
Oh, what a
as you can see, the Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan and both fighters maintain a good parallel style, as you can see. Both fighters. This Mongolian fighter didn't give up easily. He gave a good hand. Let's see who's gonna win this round.
Rodrigo, we have a Sri Lankan referee inside the ring as the third man. Sir Prasad Vijay Sekharan. So that is a real honor for our country as well.
Blue is not keeping his head. Referee wants him to keep his head up. The thing is good. Blue is that Red didn't let him throw so much punch. That because the Red is his combinations and the counter punches he throws are really accurate and is really powerful and really critical. This Mongolian fighter can't manage them all. Let's see what he's going to do with this. 120 seconds left in.
You see what Red is doing? He keeps the fighter behind the jab. And then when he sees the opportunity, he shoots the cross through the pipe, which connects so strong. Yeah, you watch it, just watch it, Rodrigo. Just see how he keeps him behind the jab.
Yeah, this is quite nice box, huh?
And see, once again the jab is out there, and he shoots the two through the pipe, and he connects again.
Red is really connecting the punches each other, and the Blue didn't manage them to avoid. he didn't do much kind of hip works. But the way that Red is throwing that brutal punches is quite really on another level. They're kind of unique style he got. His footworks and the energy he got. He's just mixing his energy with his punches, man.
That pace, what a great pace, and that distance. Blue is really trying. He is not giving up. He's really trying, but he's really falling short with the skill that Red possesses. And Red keeps pivoting, stepping back, using so many moves in his arsenal. And it's really looking like it's giving trouble for Blue. Kyrgyzstan is doing a great job here in the second round.
I think the second round advantage is for Kyrgyzstan.
Did you see that? He just hit the 2, and as he leaped in, he caught him with the hook and pivoted around it. So that's a great job by Red. And one more thing, Rodrigo, you see this? Did you see the bounce that Red is having? It's non-stop. That twitch, it just keeps going.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you. The way that Red is connecting those punches and his bounce is really quite nice. He's always bouncing and he's maintaining his rhythm. That's the best thing of it.
Oh, he caught him with a good uppercut inside the pocket.
The thing is that the Red's brutal punches sometimes they're really accurate. Sometimes
that's the end of the
Mongolian fighter fails to manage it. The end of the second round. With the lights.
He's very physical as well. When he gets close, he puts his weight on his opponent. And
you can see the way that Red is avoiding those punches by leaning back and leaning sideways, upward, downward. It's a quite technical box now.
Yes, great defense. Good back steps and good slips. He goes left and right. And as he's throwing combinations, he's also looking for counters. I really see that from Red. Kyrgyzstan is doing a great job, and seems like he's already having the lead up to the end of the second round. And third round we go.
Yes, I agree too. Here we go, the third round. This is the critical round. Both fighters have to maintain their strength, and both fighters looks really quite great. They don't look exhausted, tired. They maintain their physical level.
Great endurance.
Great endurance. This Mongolian boxer is trying to reach a place and trying to find a big place. I guess that Mongolian, the blue, can read the Red's body. He didn't throw much kind of body shots, uppercuts, but the way that Red is fighting, he throws so much jams, uppercuts, counting punches. That's why he earned some kind of scores in the second round.
Yes. But you know what, Rodrigo? I think it's that blue is really actually trying to get in there, but I think Red is just stopping everything. That's what he's doing. You see, every time blue tries to reach in to catch him with a shot, whether to the body or the head, Red just defenses. It's either he just misses it. You see that? Once again, he tried to hit the jab to the body and he just stepped back.
He just always counting, and he's just a minding boxer. He's just minding about. He's like mind over matter, something like that. He just always keeping his eye on the opponent's boxing style. The way he leaning back and jumping upward, backwards, it's really quite nice, like a professionality.
Oh, yes.
The height of that professionality is quite nice and fascinating to watch.
With some great distance. You see, he has a great combination, Red, from Kyrgyzstan. He hits the back cross, the 2, and he catches, and just in case the opponent comes in, he hits the hook. There you go again, he hits the 2, and he hits the hook. Just in case it misses, he catches him with the hook coming in.
And Mongolian fighter is also a good boxer. He's trying a lot of to come close to the red boxer and throw some nice uppercut and jam, but the way that Red is boxing, he didn't let him come close. He just taking blink just like that. You see that the way he jumping backward is making that hard to hit him.
Oh, did you see that again? He just hit that cross through right to the button. Another 3. And it's the last 20 seconds of the final round. You see, he puts the backhand out and he catches him with a hook. And another
nice
two.
jab from Red to blow. It's brutality in that shot. I think it's hard to manage that blow too.
It's the last, and that's the end of the final round. And through the body language of both fighters, you can see that Red already knows he has won the fight, and he walks to the corner.
Who do you think is going to do it? Who do you think? What is your guess? Who is going to win? I guess that Red has done enough work in this match. He has the advantage of both those 3 rounds in this match. He did a really great work. That professionalism he had is quite nice in this match.
I feel like it's going to be a unanimous decision.
I also think that it's going to be a unanimous decision. Let's see.
The victory is for Red as we thought. Great. Unanimous decision as well, Rodrigo. So yes, I think we're good with the scorecards as well.
It's a unanimous decision.
Yeah, it was pretty clear when we watched the fight how with the counters and the distance, Red just put on a great show there.
I like that spirit of the Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan fighters have. Wow. The way he keeps that opponent away and the way he maintains the distance and throws punch is really nice. Quite special and unique.
Yes, Rodrigo, and at the 48 kilogram when Varanakulu Surya defeated Kazakhstan in the second bout, wow, what a victory. That young man, he did a great job, Rodrigo, with fighting a Kazakhstan fight. These guys, the Kazakhs are really tough. And how I saw the Sri Lankan fight in the second bout under 48, once again, Varanakulu Surya, he did a great job for Sri Lanka.
Yes, you are right. It's hard to fighting with them, but he managed to give a good fight. And he's a good boxer. He throws a good punches in that match.
It's the 10th fight under 60 kilograms again. We got our first fighter coming in from Kazakhstan, Toltubek Adilet from the red corner, and only 18 years of age, looking strong and confident walking in.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Tajikistan, Godabekov Zoin.
This is the official bout number 10 underweight category, 60 kilogram. Red representing Toltubek Adilet from Kazakhstan, and PEO Sports representing Tajikistan.
Both teams putting in the head guard for their fighters. As they're fighting for youth, they are regulated to wear the head guard.
Let's see who's gonna do it. This match is going to be an interesting and fascinating match because Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, every fighter has that spirit, We are going to witness a good spiritual match. Let's see who's gonna do it. Both fighters have good physique. Both fighters' attitude and confidence that they are showing is quite nice.
So Red was in a hurry to come into the fight and he came in with some great energy.
But the height advantage is for Tajikistan player, I guess.
Red is excited. Red is in a hurry to get into the fight. He's in such a urge.
His urge to fight is what makes him special, huh?
So it's Southpaw versus Orthodox. Red, Southpaw and Blue. Sorry, Red is Orthodox and Blue is Southpaw.
This match is going to be an interesting match. Both Orthodox and Southpaw fighters going to give us a thrilling match. And the Blue is taking the lead and he throws some nice jams and uppercuts.
But one thing I'm seeing from Red is he's having some good distance. You can see that he's not... You see how he hits the punch and he loads it back into his guard.
And the way that he assesses those distance between fighters and the way he studies the opponent, I like that. His eyes always on the boxer's movements. He's not throwing just a lot of punches. Oh, that's a nice combination of body shots from Red to Blue.
Blue is looking good as well. He's got some reach. He's got a reach and a height advantage over his opponent, and he's got more volume, throwing more punch combinations.
But did you notice that the way that Red fighter avoided those punches is really nice?
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
Yeah, the head movement.
The head movement of it is quite nice, and referee wants them to keep your head up. Maybe the height advantage is for Blue, but I think the technical advantage is up to Red. The way he moves, the way he uses his throws is quite nice and fascinating.
Yes. The reach and the height advantage is from Blue, but Red has some great distance, and one thing I did notice is he's having a little bit more explosion in his punches, which is snapping the head back of Blue. And a couple of punches he just caught just a few moments back. He caught Blue with a hook, which snapped his head back.
Both fighters showing some boxing skills. You can see that both fighters maintain their level and maintain distance, and just judging the distance always before throwing a punch. I like that. The style of those boxers showing that the rhythm of those boxers.
Red pulling back from the combinations that Blue throws at him. A couple landing in there.
I guess that Blue has the ring advantage, but he got his scores more than Red in this round. He throws some brutal punches and those reaches Red. But the punches that Red throws, sometimes they don't reach Blue.
Yes. For the beginning of the round, I agree with you. I see that Blue is actually scoring the more points and throwing more combinations, but Red is looking like he's analyzing, and he caught Blue with some good body punches. So let's see. I'm excited to see how.
I agree with you, Asas. He just caught him with some kind of really good body punches. And they are unstable. They are like combinations. I like it. And you are right. Let's see this.
The look on both of their eyes.
Blue one's eyes, there are a lot of about him.
But Red is so aggressive, he had a little bit of issues listening to the referee as well. The referee had to tell him not once, not twice, 3 times to step back because he's so excited with the fight right now. You can see it in Red's body language.
Did you notice the way he moves those and avoided those punches by head movement? They're really nice head movement, and I just identified them from every player that Kazakhstan players have that movement, body movement, hip movement. They're quite clear, like crystal clear.
And it's the beginning of the second round. And they're starting strong and aggressive. And Blue with his combinations. trying to keep Red behind his reach and his punches. Oh, that was a good punch from Red. Sneaked it in through the pipe.
Red is kind of quickie boxer. He needs to throw a brutal punches, so he needs to come closer to Blue. But the thing with Blue is that Blue did not let the Red to come close. He always maintaining distance by throwing jams, uppercuts, hooks, and everything. The thing with Red boxer is he's a good boxer, but
he got a count though on Blue. You see, he snapped his head back. I told you he has a little advantage with the explosiveness of his punch, and it just took one to get a count, and a count like that takes your scores away. So this could be a 8-10 round because of that count, and Blue is already bleeding with that punch.
Yeah, maybe the height advantage is for Blue, but the power of the Red's punches is quite nice, huh?
I don't say box. Please, listen to me.
Referee wants both of them to box more than just cringe each other.
You see that? Did you see that? How Red was just trying to fake him to come into a punch.
He maintained a good pose and a good pace, as you mentioned. His body shots and the power of his throws. You are right.
He got another count in. Wow. You know, these two are really good elite fighters. You could see by the way they fight and their body language. They're really good elite fighters here. Oh, that's another good cross coming in, and Red switches southpaw. Wow, that's some good skill for a fighter.
No low blue, huh? No low blue.
Wow, Red is showing some great skill, Rodrigo.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you that southpaw boxer suddenly changed into the orthodox, huh?
You know, he's an orthodox fighter and he just changed to southpaw at that moment. I didn't expect that from Red.
The Red boxer maintains his strength also with his style. Just look the way that he boxes, the same as the first round. The way he trying to reach the body shots and the uppercuts, everything was on the crystal clear movement.
Blue is bleeding, you know, and I feel like his pace is reducing. Oh, it's another time. I think it's because he's bleeding.
If Blues take another count, I think the winner is Red.
Yes, I think if Red gets one more count in, they would give the fight in.
Maybe he will, man. I think the Red will get another.
Keep your head up.
Yeah, he looks like he's an exciting fighter and he's looking to close the show.
His desire, he's a blood seeker boxer. You can see that. His bouncing style, everything.
Did you see that punch? Rodrigo just snapped his head back from the punch from Red. And he keeps busting Red's nose. Ah, that's another count. Is that? No, it's not a count. My mistake there.
It's a bleeding issue, I think. The thing I like in Red boxer, he's a silent murderer, like you can see. Just look the way he come close and just.
Oh, the body language. Did you see that he just looked at his opponent and walked away to the corner?
That's like Tyson on match, huh?
Yeah, he has some character in his system. The tough guy. He's only 18 years old. Great defense from Red, as you can see, and those body punches in. He's showing some great understanding of the sport. Look at that head movement. As you said, Rodrigo, before.
Those movements are clear, man. That is why that Blue is trying so hard to try to reach. But Red is movement. And didn't give any chance.
But actually, Rodrigo, Blue is also such a good fighter, you know?
Yes, I agree with you. He's a definitely good fighter because he gave a good fight to boxer, Red boxer.
Blue, dry this face.
He's got all his basics in his footwork, his combinations. He has everything in, but I think Red is showing to prove that he's on another level. We're excited to see the third and final round. Let's see what happens. Will Red get the stoppage or will it go to decision?
Red takes the lead and he throws a powerful jam right into the Blues. And Blue is also coming close and he's throwing some kind of nice brutal punches.
I think that was a slip from Red.
Head up, Red, head up.
The thing I see sometimes that Blue is just not keeping his guard up. But Red is always keeping his guard and that's a nice body shot from Blue to Red. Nice uppercut.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Oh, that's a hard body shot from Red to Blue. But he wants him, the ref wants Red for low blow. And like you said, yes, Red, even if his lead hand is down, he keeps his chin under his shoulder, if you see. Oh, what great, that's another count. What a great arsenal of combinations by Red. I think it's the end. He could give him another chance. Oh, he does. He gives him one more count because officially it's 4 counts. And after the 4th count, the referee will stop the fight.
Okay.
So the fighter is looking like he wants to fight. So
maybe if the Blue is skillful, he can be knocked down the Red. If he can throw the right jump, he can be do it.
But Rodrigo Red is looking hungry and he's looking like he's on fire right now.
Yeah, Sas, I agree with you. The way that Red boxer coming close to him and the movement, everything was on the book and he did not let that any punch come close to him. That's the best of him. The way he trying to reach the body and the uppercuts and the hooks, everything is quite nice. That's a nice uppercut from Red to Blue.
Yes, this Red has some great... Oh, it's another stop. Now he wants him for open glove, but Red, even when he's inside the pocket, he just hits the body and he hits out. He's showing some great understanding and great IQ with the sport. Look at that. Inside the pocket, he's putting the pressure in.
For sure, Yasas, you're right. The way that Red boxer boxing, he's not always targeting the head. He's also targeting ribs and rams and the chest area, everything. He's just maintaining a good style. I think he's a passionate boxer.
That's another one. That's the final count. And that's the end, Rodrigo. Whether Blue looks like he wants to fight, there's no chance anymore. And it's the end of the fight.
That's the end of the match.
Wow.
The Red boxer, quite a great
that was a good fight.
All the day.
That was a great fight. That was a great bout. 3rd round stoppage from Kazakhstan, stopping his opponent, Blue, who as well is a tough opponent.
We are reading the red corner, remaining.
There you go, Central Asians having it merry way. Adilet, another professional boxer. And keep an eye on him. Got the right skills, speed, finesse. What a fine fighter. 3rd round stoppage. I thought the boxer from Turkmenistan is lucky to reach the 3rd round. Constant pressure. Take a look at it, just like a piston. In and out, in and out. Midway through the fight, Turkmenistani fighter lost his way completely, isn't it, Yasas?
Yes, Tamika, and like you said, they should keep their eyes on that young guy because he showcased some great IQ in the sport. Those punches inside and the distance, wow.
Enthralling day of boxing. 10 bouts, 2 Sri Lankans. Through the 2nd round. Keeps Sri Lankan fans happy.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Al-Wandi Al-Aroof.
It's 11th bout and the final bout for the day, and will be against the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and India. Red, Al-Ghamdi, Alanud, and blue, Kumari, Chancha.
Blue corner, representing IBA India, Kumari Chancha.
It's a woman's bout, Dominica.
We have the boys doing everything. To finish up the day, we have girls battling it out. First bout of the day, it is under 18. 48 kg bout between India and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Alanod and Chanchal. Should be a good one. Yesterday, Saudi fighter pretty much, wasn't in the game, first round stoppage. I'm expecting a close one. India, when it comes to boxing, they are always there and thereabout.
Oh yes, Nambika. The Indians are really good, well experienced with everything that the sport has to put in front of them. So let's see what happens. They're sitting in the head guard right in for now.
I'm starting to wonder if this is the quality of boxing on offer during the preliminaries. Thinking about what to come in the next round, quarterfinals, semifinals. Oh, keep getting better.
Oh yes. As we ascend with the tournament, you're going to see more skill, more competition. So it's going to be exciting. They bring the fighters into the center for the final instructions from the referee.
Alanud and Chanchal are ready to sparring it out. What a fine day of boxing. We enjoyed every moment of it. Chanchal straight away pressing ahead, taking for cover. Alanud straight away. Much better footwork by the Indians straight away.
Yes.
Take a look at it, getting busy right from the word go.
India is putting the pressure in right in. And the combinations, Dominica. Oh, Saudi's in the back foot, and
I'm predicting another quick finish. Let's hope Alanud got what we haven't seen so far.
yes, but the body language is showing that Saudi is kind of overwhelmed with the combinations and the pressure that India is putting in.
Excellent work. India participating in this competition under IBA banner.
You know, Damika, I really admire these girls getting into this ring because it takes so much for them to do, to just make this walk, and the fact that they're here and they're doing what they're doing, it's so admirable. And wow, that's all I can say.
We had 5 Sri Lankans on display. 2 of them made it to the second round. 28 more to come. That's exciting. I'm hoping a bigger crowd to support them right throughout each and every bout.
Yes, the event is held once again in the Sugadadasa Stadium, Sri Lanka, in Colombo, and the event is from 1 p.m. To 6 p.m. So everyone who's watching, please tune in or show up.
Alanud just about evading the barrage of punches by Indian Chanchal. Those great landed couple. Another combination.
A 1-2 combination.
Absolutely no counter. That's disappointing.
just a little bit more of a sting into the punch and she could get a count. But it doesn't seem like India, like she has too much of an explosion, but she has great volume and a great amount of combinations coming in.
By far the best fighter based on what we've seen so far, Chantal. Now she pretty much figure out the way this bout is moving. I'm expecting some fireworks in the second round. What do you say?
Yes, because it seems like India Blue has taken over the first round and set her pace and her distance. So we hope to see that she picks it up. But at the same time, Red from Saudi is showing perseverance and the ability to take some punches in. So it's boxing. Let's see what happens, Lanka.
I mean, we were spoken about boxing 50% of mental game. I mean, early barrage of punches, Alanut straight away on the back foot, never really recovered, even quite a few. That jab working well for her, but Chantal knows the way, got in the straight, clean, right. That's, if I'm not mistaken, her main weapon.
Yes, the timing is, I see that India has got the timing with Saudi in red. So let's see, it's the round 2.
Interesting to see the approach by Alamud. Much better. They approaching the midway march with a volley of punches. Nothing really landed, but immediately keeping Chantal away from pressing forward. Just like that. Give everything she got. Alamud.
India putting the pressure in the beginning of the round itself. And she's got a timing in as well, so every time Red tries to come in, India counters it with a punch, moving head out of the straight line.
Alanut jumping up and down, just to indicate she got the footwork, but when it mattered, footwork doesn't seem to be exist.
Oh, that was a good counter coming in from India. India has really timed Red from Saudi, and we're hoping to see India ending this round with some good style.
Yesterday, around the same time, we had a bout between a Vietnamese fighter and a Nepalese girl. Getting busy time and time again.
Wow, what do you think, Dambika, about these girls? They got some good punches in, and the footwork and the technicals are just...
I saw a girl from Vietnam yesterday looking outstanding, and this young lady from India, Chantal, excellent work rate, strength, conditioning, top notch. There you go.
There you go, the counters in, Dambika. She just got her timing in place, and maybe she might not have the explosion to finish the fight, but she's surely winning all the rounds with points.
Understandably, this is just the preliminary round. You and I have been talking about it a number of times. In between, there are some outstanding bouts. That's what kept me interested. Increased work rate, attitude is good. As you can see, she's jumping up and down like a bunny, but never really gets her body weight into her punches. That has been the issue.
That's the end of the second round, and the body language shows
which means Alanu done really well. She's taking this bout to the third round. A victory in itself.
A victory itself. Yes, actually she's showing so much perseverance with all the combinations. She's weathering the storm and she's not giving up, because as we saw some of the other partners that she came into the tournament with had to end their fights before the third round. Yesterday some of the bouts, some of the girls lost their bout at the end before the fight had to finish its 3 rounds.
During the third round, you must have noticed Alanu kept her chin down a little bit. As a result, she pretty much waited just about 5 to 6 pointers landing on the head here. So those subtle things matters.
Yes, Namika. She's actually showing a lot of perseverance and resistance. So that's some great heart. And it's the third and the final round.
Whichever the result of this bout, Alanu will take great heart. I know, still pretty straightforward, one-way traffic. Dominant fighter, Chanchal. It will be interesting to see now quite a few fighters in the second round. I mean, you still don't know who will fight, who will be their opposition in the second round. But whichever the case, mouth-watering boxing coming your way.
Yes, exciting. Oh, you see India, even though Red from Saudi is so enduring and so persevering, she's not stopping coming in, but India keeps stopping. India keeps catching her opponent coming in and keeps attacking her opponent as well. So Blue is really doing an impressive job with winning the fight on rounds. We're halfway through the third and the final round, and as you can see, wow, Red is not giving up. She is trying. She is not giving up one bit. Both fighters looking a little bit slow in the end of the round, which is normal.
Since this fight moving at a laboring pace, tell me exactly how does it exactly feels like to witness an international boxing tournament like this, in our motherland as a boxer.
Damika, it's a lot of pressure, and just getting into the ring and performing, just fighting these 3 rounds, it's not easy. It requires a lot of, you might just think it's 3 minutes, 3 rounds, but if you are not ready, Damika, the fight will end and you will be stopped inside the 3 minutes if you're not in good condition. So these girls and all the fighters here are in tip-top shape right now.
Superb. She got the heart, which means she probably lacking the skills, but definitely got the attitude and class. That's what mattered. One-sided bout, I have no doubt. But whichever the case, Alanu, that she probably just lost the fight, but she definitely learned the lesson.
Yes. She lost the fight, but she didn't lose the battle. I think she took her experience up to another level, and her heart. Wow, Damika, you're right. She really showcased some real heart inside.
Boxing, it's about mind and the heart. We've seen fighters who are lacking speed, they made up with their, getting busy, made up with something. That's why boxing is so exciting. Indian girl, definitely. will walk into the second round, one-sided, and she's another strong fighter. Chanchal, looking forward to see her performing well in the second round.
Unanimous decision, Damika. And Chanchal gets the victory from India. And she shows her gratitude.
PEO Sports, SLT Mobitel, PEO TV channel 150 and 313. We had 11 bouts, 5 Sri Lankans fought, and 2 of them through to the second round, which will obviously keeping Sri Lankan fans excited. And apart from a couple of Indians walking into the second round, it's pretty much dominated by the Central Asians. Kazakhstan boxers, Kyrgyzstan boxers, and Turkmenistan boxers, showcasing why they are rated so high in the boxing rankings. We are expecting even better day of boxing tomorrow. As usual, PEO Sport bringing you exciting boxing live from Sugadilasa Indoor Stadium. This is Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championship 2025 Colombo. Tomorrow, the matches will be started around 1 p.m. So hoping to catch you with exciting ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championship 2025 tomorrow. Stay safe. Good night.